Why, hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of She is Speed. My name is Lana Ruse, and I will be your host for this awesome evening that we have planned. And let me tell you all about it. Tonight is our very special 2022 remix episode. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Lana, what the heck is a remix episode? Well, I'll tell you. To celebrate the end of yet another year, we are bringing back previous guests from shows that have happened this year, and we are remixing it by having them either show us a new game, a new category, and in one instance later tonight, the commentator has come back as the runner. It is very intense. We are remixing everything, but there are a lot of familiar faces that you will see here tonight. So once again, for our show, typically we are showing off women in speedrunning who run games with female protagonists, and we have a lot of fun today. So just a reminder, if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in watching our live content, starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. Also, big news that I am definitely a little bit biased towards, but the schedule for Frost Fatale's 2023 will be released in 2 days on December 21st. And you may see a few familiar faces in that schedule. I don't know. I can't tell you. No spoilers. You will have to wait and see, because I don't know either. I'm waiting with bated breath. It's going to be amazing. You can view the submissions at submissions.framefatales.com and let us know if there's anything that you are looking forward towards for the event that will be taking place at the end of February. All right, now that we've gotten through a few announcements, let's get to the actual big show for today. So we have the lovely Metroid Crime who will be starting us off today, and I'll let her tell us a little bit more about her run.
Hey everyone, I'm Metroid Crime. I'm so happy to be here. Lana, thank you so much for having me on. And I'm playing VVVVVV or V or V6 or Vroom Vroom Vroom, Vroom Vroom Vroom, whichever one you prefer. This is...
I like the Vroom Vroom.
Yeah, my fellow runner, Indie Villain, came up with that one, and I have not stopped saying it since he did so. It is a great name. So this is a game that came out in 2010. I am super excited to show everyone this today. I am playing the glitchless any % run of this game. So we're just going to try to go through here as fast as possible. So time will start very soon in 3, 2, 1, go. So, the story of V6 is that you and your crew have crashed into this strange dimension that is kind of on the brink of collapse. So you get scattered when you crash into this. There's a teleporter accident as you try to leave, and you're playing as Captain Viridian. And Captain Viridian is on a mission to rescue all of their crewmates. All the crewmates start with the letter V as their name. So we just are talking to Violet right now. We reached a comm system and we're like, hey, Violet, what happened? So Violet kind of gave us a rundown on what we have to do. Basically, we learned that we have to go find our crew. So we're gonna go do that. And let me just do a flip here. Okay, perfect. So we are currently in Space Station 1. This is basically the tutorial level. Kind of an introduction to everything. There's some rooms here that get expanded on later, like that one might look familiar to anyone who has played this game before. So we're just gonna get through here, and then we found a teleporter. We can get back to the ship with this. And we get back to the ship, and we find our first crewmate. Or rather, maybe she rescued us, I'm not sure. But she is the ship's navigation and comms officer. and she's just going to talk about kind of what's happening. We're seeing our other crewmates. There was Vermilion, Verdigris. This is Victoria, who you might wonder. All the other crewmates are named after some sort of color. What? Why Victoria? Apparently, Victoria is a shade of blue. Victoria Blue. Fun fact.
Oh. Yeah. I've never heard of that
either. Yeah. So we just are going back. We basically every time we teleport out at the end of the level, we end up back in our base space station there. So now we are traversing to Space Station 2, which is kind of the most difficult level in the game. I mean, the final level is pretty difficult as well, but this, you can't control when the final level happens. It always happens at the end. However, with this speedrun, we purposely go for the most difficult level here, which is Space Station 2, so that it's easy to reset. Also, there's reasons for doing the levels in a certain order. For example, there's a section coming up later where there's less dialogue depending on which crewmate you take with you. So that's an interesting thing. Like for example, if you go and take Verdigris, oops, I just missed that. If you take Verdigris into one of the levels, you end up having to, he asks you for love advice. And so there's a whole bunch of dialogue to skip through for that. Because there is, spoilers, there is a romance story inside of this plot. It's kind of neat. Ooh, yeah. So, we're continuing to make our way through here. Through this lies room, so this is kind of tricky. Let me just do that. Perfect. Oh, almost. But there's, so I think I'm not sure if I talked yet about the mechanics. This game's pretty, the controls are pretty simple. There's basically 3 buttons in this category. There's a 4th button in other categories where you can reset to a checkpoint, but that's not allowed for this one. Basically it's left, right, and then jump. And jumping basically flips gravity on you. So if you're flying in free space, you can't jump until you hit a surface again. So sometimes if you accidentally launch yourself off of the wrong place when you're open space, you can lose a lot of time on your run. This room's a bit of a hassle. I'm going to take a backup strat here. Perfect. So a lot of this game is basically entering the room in the most optimized fashion that you can and knowing exactly what is up next, or else you can't kind of plan for it. We just rescued Vitellary. You might be wondering what's Vitellary? Vitellary is apparently the scientific term for egg yolk. So another fun fact.
Wow. Lots of fun facts.
The creator had to go through quite a bit of work to come up with some names that would match the color of the character. And, colors that all start with V. There we go. So in addition to, all the crewmates having names that start with V, you might notice that there's a lot of spikes in this game. Those also are represented in the title of the game because they kind of look like a V when all lined up beside each other. Also, Captain Viridian absolutely hates spikes, like deathly afraid of spikes. So really quite unfortunate that they ended up in this dimension of all dimensions. So I mentioned these checkpoints before. This is the game's auto-scroller. And there's a way to manipulate the level. So if you happen to die, basically at the same time as you hit a checkpoint, you can skip the level up a little bit. There's 6 opportunities to do this. We're gonna hit maybe 4 of them. Let's see, can we get this one too? Very cool. And you'll notice when that happens, the level just scrolls up a little bit. It just gets you through the level just a little bit faster. It's better to be late than early, because you lose a ton of time if you happen to miss that jump and die early. Because everything freezes and it scrolls back down to the previous checkpoint. But now it's just smooth sailing out of here. Just be careful not to collide with any of these spikes. Luckily, I can use the backgrounds a little bit to kind of line me up to where I have to go, which is nice. It's a nice little feature there. I'm just trying to avoid those. Okay, perfect. So we are now out of the tower. We have come to rescue Vermilion, who is the ship's security officer. So we're teleporting back out, and we're like, yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna go back to our ship and everything. Everything's cool. We've rescued our crewmate. Think again. Because we have been warped to some sort of strange intermission here. All gray tones, devoid of color. And we don't know what's going on. But we are here with our crewmate, Vermilion, who, this is a very interesting mechanic. So, Vermilion only walks when you are on the floor. If you're on the ceiling, Vermilion will, like, basically catch up to you, like, run towards you. So you have to manipulate him through this level. This is a particularly painful section, hopefully. Oh gosh, okay. It's very easy for Vermilion to just choose to spike himself into the wall, and then you lose a ton of time. This is also a very complex trick here, but we did it in one try. Honestly, that room is probably the most complex room when you first learn to speedrun this game. And then this is just smooth sailing out to the end. We just have to... This is the room that gives you time to think about your life and your life choices. Because you just have like 10 seconds to kill there. There we go. Okay. We've rescued Vermilion. So now we're actually going to go back to the ship. And you'll get to see Vermilion at several places throughout the run going forward, because Vermilion is our ship's security officer, and, you know, now that they've gained their confidence back after we helped them through that level, they're now scouting out and looking out for us to make sure we're safe. Hi, Vermilion.
It's so thoughtful.
Yeah. It's because we do the game in this order that he shows up. Like, if you rescue him later, you won't get to see him when you come on your way to Warp Zone here, so it's just a nice little thing. Even though sometimes I'm very angry at Vermilion depending on how that level goes. So now we're going through to what's called the Warp Zone. This little section here out in open space is just kind of getting us used to the concepts that are used in this level. So this looks like it's a wrapping screen, but it's actually 2 levels on top of each other. But in the level we're going to, there are actually screen wrapping levels that screen wrap here. So there's only usually 1 exit out of these rooms. So here it is, it's down here. Perfect. And now we're gonna try to go here. Oh no, just missed that one. Let's see. Oh gosh, okay. I will get this. I did not mean to go that way either. So yeah, this is one of those rooms where it's like, if you don't grab a checkpoint, you're going back like 30 seconds. And as as I get faster at this game, it's sometimes you can't pull off the 1-cycle tricks unless you miss grabbing checkpoints. So there, down. There's also the concept of buffer jumping, so you can actually, when you're falling down like long areas or whatever, you can hold down the flip button before you hit, like three-ish frames before you hit the surface, and you'll automatically bounce off of it. Another thing to note is that there's like kind of like ice physics in this game. It's not really ice physics, but like Viridian will kind of slide a little bit unless you can kind of stop the momentum by tapping the D-pad in the opposite direction, which helps a little bit. Sometimes you have to do that for some tricks. So we've rescued Verdigris here, and now we're about to go back through the teleporter. But instead of going back to our base, we're gonna get teleported in what might be the most popular and famous level of VVVVV, and it is the Gravitron. So there are categories of this game that do skip the Gravitron if you don't want to do it. This is the game's, contains the game's only RNG. The way this works is you have to survive for 60 seconds. Every 10 seconds the pattern switches up, and if you die, you revert back to the 5-second mark before you died, rounding up. In addition to that, the section that is at 30 to 20 seconds is RNG, and good luck with that. As long as you don't die in the rest of the level, this part's fine. Oh gosh, it's a little tricky there. The pattern doesn't change unless you die. Another thing is that if you happen to die 8 times, the gravitron actually gets easier to help you out, and spaces the pieces further apart. And I died there. That's halfway in. It's not fun to die in this section because the game just kind of like I said, this is the randomized part. And sometimes it'll just throw things at you and you just can't recover. Like this. But we'll get through here eventually, trust.
Got this.
We got it. Okay, so I hit the 20-second mark. I'm at least out of the RNG section, so that is good. We just have to play it safe here. And predict for these patterns, which are pretty standard. And again, pattern switch up at 10 seconds. And one more at 5 here, which looks similar to the section at the beginning. There we go. And we're out. Not too bad.
I was clenching.
Yeah, right? It's so scary.
Like, I don't think I'm breathing.
Yeah, so that, honestly, that is the biggest variable in this run. Just because of that little section of RNG there, I can go from, being +0 to, +40 seconds. And it's especially bad, if you happen to die more than 8 times and you're so used to the patterns that it kind of throws at you, it really will throw you off at that point, even though it's supposed to be easier. So we're coming up to, honestly, the best level, best music. I love the music in this level so much. It's regarded as generally one of the easier levels, but my gosh, there are some difficult tricks in this level. Speaking of which, the soundtrack in this game is amazing. Honestly, seriously amazing. I love speedrunning this game because I never get sick of the soundtrack. And I mean, I obviously, I just love this game so much. It's such a fun little speed game. I highly encourage people to pick it up. If you haven't, even just played it casually before, it's super worth it. And we get all these pretty colors.
I know we were talking about this earlier, but I was saying that I personally have this on the Nintendo DS.
Yes.
So this is my own personal redemption arc where I'm going to need to go back to it because I definitely rage quit and never beat the game.
Oh, gosh.
And I think you're inspiring me to go play it casually again.
Yes, absolutely. It's also really fun on the 3DS too, I have it on 3DS. I'm assuming it also came out for DS as well. But this game's literally on any platform. You check any of your game libraries, you might already own it. It's been released, it's on Switch, I'm pretty sure it's on PlayStation, probably Xbox, literally everywhere, Steam, and there's actually, it's really interesting too, there's different versions of it too. This game actually got an update literally last year, and is getting another update soon, and this is a 12-year-old game, which is quite impressive, but just quality of life stuff, and that's super cool. So now we are coming up on the final level here. We have rescued all of our crewmates, and now we kind of we went back through that teleporter, and we did not end up with the rest of our crewmates. We actually ended up in this little void here. So now we have to rescue ourselves, basically. Rescue the rest of the crew, it's our turn to rescue ourselves. So we're just gonna try to, you'll notice that there's mechanics here from other levels that we've seen, these automatic gravity lines that flip us without having the need to press the flip gravity button, the jump button. You'll come upon some auto-scrollers as we get further into this level. This is actually quite a difficult trick. I'm very glad I got that first try, because sometimes I can get stuck there, honestly, forever. Cool. Okay, so we're reaching this monitor here, and we're going to click on it, and we are going to destabilize the dimension that we're stuck in order to free ourselves from it. So it's a rainbow party here now. Oh gosh, let's see. Let's try to get that again. This is a particularly difficult level, has ended lots of runs. The conveyor belts are kind of a pain to deal with, and the timing of those is a hassle. Let's try this again. And 1, 2, almost. Okay, so it's actually, I'm trying not to glitch through also the line up above. It's possible to, oh, come on. I have to take this normally instead of showing it off. Oh, Viridian, please. There we go. I know you got this. I know you got this. But yeah, honestly, this section, if you're stressed out trying to do this final section, it's just like every single room you will die. Extremely stressful on a PB pace. But yeah, here's an auto scroller, like I was talking about. A lot of the elements are reused, but mixed up here. And then we have another auto scroller, but we're coming up to, we're getting close to the end of the game here, actually. There we go. And we're going to jump down here, and then we have this walk out to the very last trinket. Don't worry about those. And V, outer space! And now we're floating through space, hoping our crewmates rescue us, and time is now. Yay! So yeah, this is our time. Wow, 10 deaths in Three's Company. That's that room right at the end that I died on. A whole bunch trying to flip off that line. In an ideal run, what you want to see is, 6 deaths with 6 in your hardest room being the tower for the intentional deaths you've taken, but still pretty decent. So let me just click through this here to show everyone the end of the game. So, you know, Captain Viridian's floating onto space. We're waiting for our crew. They're like, hopefully they'll find me. And there we go. We have been found. And they're warping us back to the ship any moment now. Hello! Captain! You're all right! I knew you'd be okay. We were very worried when you didn't come back. But when you turned off the source of the interference, we were able to find you with the ship's scanners and teleport you back on board. That was lucky. Thanks, guys. So basically the story is now that we have figured out how to stabilize this dimension. And we are now going to do a whole bunch of research and hoping that it will be able to improve our technology and hopefully, advance science for everyone. But we also get this really great scene here at the end. Because, you know, we got the band back together. So we are now jamming in space. So, that's VVVVVV. I love this game. I truly love this game, and I encourage you all to check it out. Casually speedrun it. Come join me in speedrunning this. My community does a whole bunch. Like, I've convinced so many people to run this game now. It's been excellent. I have a friendly co-opetition going with Indie Villain, which is super fun. It's really fun to compete in trying to, you know, better your times. The community is really lovely too. Special thanks also to KSS, who's the world record holder in this category, for showing me a lot of really good tricks and stuff that I wouldn't have thought to try out otherwise. Yeah, this is such a great game, great soundtrack. The community has a Discord as well that you can check out. Everyone's super helpful. I'm Metroid Crime. You can find me at twitch.tv/MetroidCrime. You can also find me over on Lady Arcaders. Shout out to all the Lady Arcaders in chat. I'm on every social media website ever. I also speedrun other games like Sonic 1, Metroid Dread, stuff like that. So yeah, come and find me. And Lana, thank you so much for having me on today. It was such an honor to be here again.
As always, it's such a joy to have you on. As if you are just tuning in, you'll know that we are hosting our 2022 remix episode. So we are bringing back familiar faces. So like Crime said, she was on for Metroid Dread earlier in the year, and now we've brought her back for VVVVVV. It was amazing. But stay tuned, everybody, because we have a whole evening full of our lovely familiar faces. And if you like platforming, then you might like what game we have up next. So stay tuned if you happen to like a little game called Celeste. It's quite fantastic. Couple quick things. If you want to follow what Games Done Quick is up to, make sure to use ! links in Twitch chat for all things GDQ. We're going to be heading on a short break as we get ready for our next run. But if you like berries, if you like carries, and if you like Celeste, then you are going to love what we have next after the break. So stay tuned, everybody. We will catch you right after this for some Celeste All Red Berries featuring Carrarium. Catch you right after this. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you all had a lovely stretch break, hydration break, staring at the screen, desperately waiting for Celeste break. Whatever it looked like for you, welcome back to She Is Speed. My name is Lana Roos, and we are hosting our 2022 remix episode, which means that we are bringing back some familiar faces from past episodes to do new things. Which sounds exciting and scary and all of the above. So speaking of fun new things, we have brought back the incredible Carrie Carrarium to show off all red berries. She was previously on showing off Bunny percent.
Bunny percent. I love that, actually. Bunny Banui percent, yes.
Whichever one, however you want to pronounce it, whether you like B-sides or bunnies. And she is back collecting all the berries, the red ones specifically. It's going to be amazing. Also, just a quick reminder before we get started, hey, do you like prizes? If you like prizes, then you should know that the AGDQ 2023 online prize submissions are open from now until December 30th. So if you are thinking of submitting a prize for the big event in January, make sure to go to gamesdonequick.com for more info on that, because we all like winning some fun prizes. So let me see you sending some stuff in. All right, so I'm going to toss it over to Carrie. She can tell us all about all red berries, and let's get started.
Hello. I am Carrarium. I speedrun Celeste. This is all red berries. The goal of it is pretty much self-explanatory. We're going to get all of the red berries, not the goldens, just the red berries. And one little extra thing, we are going to complete core at the end of it, just because that is part of the speedrun category objective. So we will finish one more chapter after collecting the 175th berry. But yeah, we're going to go through pretty much all of the A-sides, collect a bunch of lovely little berries, make a nice pie at the very end, and have a great time doing it. Do a lot of funny stuff. But yeah, are you ready?
So ready. Let's do this.
All right, cool. I will start in 3, 2. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. There is a very important thing for chat to do. This is a thing that we do all the time. Chat, there is a thing. I want you to spam the word fox jump in chat, because it really helps with all of my hops when I'm in prologue. That would be very, very helpful to me. All right. Thanks. You'll see it in chat, I'm sure. All right, now I'm going to be ready. In 3, 2, 1, go. So, in prologue, all I can do is jump and climb. That's it. That's all I can do. I have no dash yet. The bird tells me, hey, here's how to climb. So we're just going to go through here. Every little bunny hop that I do saves 2 frames over walking. So we're just going to jump a little bit, talk to Granny for a bit, cross this bridge. Very dangerous bridge. And I hope that I don't embarrass myself in front of my friends. I'd embarrass myself in front of my friends. So there is a cutscene trigger at the very end of that bridge. And if you jump a little too high or retry a little too early, you can actually miss that cutscene. You can accidentally retry back to the beginning of the bridge. Happens to the best of us. That's what happens when you try to frame greed. But yeah, the main point of this category is to collect berries. The berries will follow you around unless you are on the ground for 9 consecutive frames. So on many occasions, you're going to see me grab a berry. It may not come with me. This one's going to come with me. But in many other situations, they won't. So we're just going to jump around, dash around, and hopefully collect some because there's some rooms that I cannot go back. This is City. Basically, the main point of City is that there's a lot of these traffic blocks, zip movers that you can store momentum on to make you go fast, go up, go left, go right, etc. Here, I'm just going to squeeze through here, use the momentum to get this berry. And we already have 7. I see chat yelling at me to eat my berries. I would never not eat my berries.
So what's your favorite berry, Carrie?
Oh my god, that's a great question.
But like, let's just get into like food berries. I don't need the scientific, like, well, that's not actually a berry, it's a nut.
Oh, you mean
So,
like real berries? I thought you were going for like Celeste berries. I have played Celeste for way too long.
No, I meant like culinary berries.
No, blueberries actually is one of my favorites. I love a good blueberry pie. One of my favorite types of ice cream is actually a blueberry pie ice cream.
Ooh, nice.
But yeah, blueberries, strawberries are a close second. So that room right there, there's a heart in there, and it's activated by doing a dash code, which you can start as soon as you enter the room. You just have to be a certain way to the left by the time you do the last dash, or it will not activate the heart. So I do a lot of very interesting moves when I go in there, so I press all the correct directions for the dash codes, but by the time I get to that little wooden platform, the heart is activated. What's your favorite berry? Ooh, this is
okay,
interesting.
so it's a close tie between blackberries and raspberries.
I've tried
They're
to
very
like
similar to each other, but so good.
I've tried to like raspberries. They're just a little too tart for me. Blackberries are good.
Yeah.
I have tried to make, there's actually a recipe based on the pies from this game, and I've tried it. It's pretty good. Still very much prefer blueberry pie, though. All right, so this is Chasm. Chasm has a couple of berries. There's one really fun trick that I'm going to do after I finish this left side of the area. You'll notice that on at least 2 occasions, I've done return to maps as well as save and quits. That's just because Celeste usually times by IGT. I have the file timer in the top left. So returning to map will actually send me back to this checkpoint, which is just a little bit faster than backtracking. I'm diving into the abyss. That is very sad. No, if you hyper bunny hop here, you can dash across that scaffolding, refresh your dash, and then dash back with this little winged berry. The winged berries have wings. They are essentially dashless berries in that if you dash, they start to fly away. So you have to find a way to collect them without dashing. And this is the last berry of City. Fun fact, if you walk away from this block, as it's a little rumbling, it actually falls faster. So we use that to our advantage. And that's City.
Amazing.
That's the start. It only gets progressively worse from here.
Just so we don't miss it, what level is your favorite in-game berry in?
Probably Ridge. Probably
Okay,
Chapter 4, the wind level, because I was saying it earlier, but a lot of Chapter 4 is just really technical, but there's some really good strats to them. If it's not that, it might be the Mirror Temple, because there's some really good berries there.
Yeah.
And Temple is Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is typically seen by a lot of people in the community as like one of the best all red berries chapters. Just really, really fun movement. So in Chapter 2, we have these little mechanics called dream blocks. They're like little space jams. If you dash into them, you come out the other side with your dash intact. Fun little thing about dream blocks, come with me, is that you can do like little dash jumps out of them. So, whoop, gonna go underneath that. We don't take that block, it's slow. You can do like little dash jumps through it called supers or hypers, because once you leave a dream block, there's a couple of frames where the game thinks you're on safe ground, so it basically is just like, hey, you can kind of do whatever. So I use that leniency a lot, like doing a hyper dash out of that weird angle, out of that dream block. And now we're gonna enter intervention, where we meet Battlein, who is in the game, a part of you, and she's basically gonna parrot my every move. But as long as I kind of keep moving forward and don't backtrack too bad, she's not really an issue.
Woo! I know we talked about this last time you appeared on the show here, but I have to say those dream blocks are my favorite mechanic, hands down. They're just so fluid. They're so fun.
They're so fun. I love them. There's so many funny things you can do with them. And like even in like modded maps, there's a lot of like custom entities in them that like people use. I should really have these berries. I'll take that one. This one can come with me later. Right here. Okay, cool. Chat, I swear I'm a professional, so don't worry too much if a berry's following me for a while. It's all a part of the plan.
It just wants to spend time with you.
Who wouldn't, honestly? So there's 2 berries in here, one up and one down. We collect the one on top, and then we come down here. Dream hyper out of that to go all the way here. I do some double jumps out of that, so I make it all the way here. No concerns. I used a retry at the end of that room because it was safer, but I don't do that anymore. I like to live dangerously. So this is the awake section. Madeline is officially awake. Everything before this was a dream. There is one winged berry up here, which you have to go all the way around to get, but if you just kick off of that little spot right there, you can kind of grab it before it flies away. And it saves. I never even timed how much it saves, but it's like multiple seconds. Fun fact, 302 is 4 seconds off of my fastest ever sight arb, so that's pretty good.
Ooh, nice. So what is our grand total of berries that we're aiming for today?
175.
Easy.
Easy. I would never forget they exist in certain spots. My first ever run of this game took, of All Right Berries, took 3 hours because I forgot where all the berries were.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it was out of fun. I was like doing it because I was like, all right, where are all the berries? Now it's just like, I really can't forget. I've played this so much that there's no way I can forget where the berries are.
Yeah, it's just muscle memory after a while, right?
I would hope so after 4,200 hours playing this game.
You're a speedrunner, professional gamer. Professional gaming.
So there's a couple berries over on this left side. Usually don't see this part of the resort in almost any other category. There's this little berry here up in the balcony. Shout out to one of my mods, one of her favorite berries. So the main mechanic behind this particular resort level are dust bunnies. The dust bunnies are in cycles, and there will be a cycle that they do upon when you enter. That was really close. And there is a cycle if you die. So it's usually very beneficial to know 2 different ways to beat a room. You can obviously like go back and do a room a second time if you would like, but it's just better to know all of your cycles. This is typically a beginner speedrunner's nightmare because on top of like difficult platforming, there's also cycles, so there's more stuff to remember. Where was my dash? Why did that was me. That one was on me. Okay. There we go. Easy.
This whole chapter just haunts my dreams. Like, between like the casual, just regular A side, and then the B side and the C side of Resort. I shed many tears over this.
I went through
way too many tears.
I went through like a love, hate, love relationship with this chapter. I used to hate it, then I started to love it, then I started to hate it again, then I started to love it again. And it's just all dependent like on how like what the strats are and where you kind of are at in optimizing this level. I'm at the point where I love almost every Resort chapter. I love rhythm stuff, so like cycles are actually a lot of fun for me. So I enjoy this a lot. So
that's what I was gonna ask. Is it love now?
It's currently love now. I almost just left the entire chapter. That would have been fun. So we are currently in the checkpoint huge mess, and that berry just decided not to hang out with me. Why? There we go. So there are 3 sections in this checkpoint. Towels, books, and chests, and that is the order in which I'm going to unlock all of these areas. The reason being, when you hit this button, one of the hearts in this game is actually hidden in this area, and it's not accessible until you actually hit that button. And once you leave this area, you can't re-enter it. So we're gonna go up here. Hey, there's the heart. Bye, heart. Carrie, what are you doing? The heart was right there. Why? I'm gonna hit this heart here. And I'm gonna retry, and now I'm in books. And it's really cool. And I skipped talking to Oshiro. The game is not programmed to expect you to come back from that particular area. That wall's supposed to close up behind you. So by retrying, I actually just spawn into the next checkpoint. And it saves a little bit of time over going through the hub room a second time. Unfortunately, it doesn't save time for any percent because there is backtracking. Whee! Fun little berry right here. I always like the movement in this room. I'm always afraid I'm gonna die in that room, but it hasn't failed me yet.
Well, you have to contend with so many obstacles too, right? Like the cycles of all the dust bunnies and then that goopy stuff.
Yep. The Wiggly Bros, as I think Kevin calls them. Kevin, the audio designer, I think calls a lot of the little wiggly dust bunny stuff Wiggly Bros. One last berry in huge mess right here underneath this bridge. Bonk. Bonk. But yeah, Resort's always got a lot that you have to think about. And it's... Hello, I needed that coin. It can be...
Harry, I'm supposed to tell you that you just got 300 rupees.
Oh, you're happy. Chat, thank you. I'm so happy. It's a little running in joke when I used to play Link's Awakening. Some of the chests lying around.
I saw all the you're happies.
Yeah, they're the chests that just would have rupees in them, and they'd be like, "You're happy," and I'm like, "I'm not happy. I want to get out of here." So there's 2 berries in this room, and whoop. You actually retry when you enter that room because it gives you a pretty beneficial dust bunny cycle. And saves a little time having to get to that area anyway. Some people in chat might have thought that I missed that berry. I didn't. It's just faster to do the demo on the way back. So there's a little spot.
Tactical.
There's a little spot in between dust bunnies. Hitboxes in this game are not what they appear to be. So there's actually a little bit of spots between, some pixels between the dust bunnies that you can dash through if you time it right. So I just set myself up in a very particular way on the wooden platform. Jumped up and did what's called a crouch dash, which basically turns Madeline's hitbox from 9 pixels to 4 pixels. And I can just squeeze my way through some funny spots. And there should be some other funny spots that I'm going through later. Oshiro, please. Why would you do that? In front of my friends, please. What did I ever do to you? All right, time for the hardest room in this chapter. This one I still take a little bit safe. I want good cycles in the dust bunnies. I want to make sure that I collect everything so that even if Oshiro decides to be rude, which he did not today. Woo! That's 25 more berries to the collection.
Heck yes!
It's going to be a good pie.
Exponential berry growth. Now I'm just trying to imagine eating 175 individual strawberries, and I'm not sure how my stomach would take to that.
I don't think mine would be very happy either. Even the time I did make a strawberry pie, it was like nowhere near 175.
Okay, chat, how many berries do you need to make a proper strawberry pie? Please inform.
Help. Urgent. This is, why is my hair blue? So in this game, the game tells you how many dashes you have based on the color of Madeline's hair. If she has red hair, she has 1 dash. If she has pink hair later, she'll have 2 dashes. And if you have blue hair, then you have no dashes. I should probably eat these, but instead I'm going to be doing this. So that's a little trick that we call Archie. Long live Archie. Archie is a green cheek connoisseur, a little burb of a former Celeste speedrunner. We love him to death. And what the strat actually does is if you do a diagonal... If you do a crouch dash into a bubble, the bubble will actually go up like a pixel or so. And that gives me just enough space to do an upright dash into one of those key coins instead of going up and around. And it's very good. So this is Shrine Arb. This is one of the most fun checkpoints, I think, in the entire game with regards to collecting berries. I think all of the... Okay, sure, yep, Madeline, okay. That was definitely a corner. A lot of really fun berries to collect in this area. A lot of really fun movement. Here I'm going to skip an auto-scroller. As we've already seen in Ridge, there are a lot of auto-scrollers. Auto-scrollers are slow, so we don't take them. Basically what I did there was I made sure that Madeline uncrouched and then kicked off of the wall so that I could go up the rest of the area instead of using the auto-scroller. So the reason that I got a heart in the resort level is the same that I'm going to be getting this heart. We need 4 hearts to get into core, which is the final chapter with the last 5 berries. The fastest ones to get are 1, 3, 4, and 6B. Nice. So that is not how you get that heart. this little white block here, that's how you're supposed to get the heart. A little Super Mario Brothers 3 reference. We don't do that. We just gotta we grab a small part of the wall and corner kick ourselves all the way to where the heart is. Also, this little track called, never mind. Madeline has decided to not work. There we go. That's a little trick called ceiling pop. Instead of taking an auto-scroller, we pop ourselves into the corner of a little alcove there. That resets Madeline's sub-pixels, which is a little positioning less than a pixel. And it gives me a chance to do a ceiling pop, which is a piece of tech where you do a climb jump off of the bottom of a wall. That gives me just enough height and distance that I can do a corner kick at the end and make it to the end of the room. It is a 4-frame window. It is very fun. I used to do it back when I played on the Nintendo Switch when that was a 2-frame window. Those were the days. So this next berry is really fun. Normally you would do all these dash crystals, but if you just dash up into this one and stand on the ledge, you collect the berry. That's it. You're good. All right, I'm gonna try one attempt at a fun little strat. No way! No way! Okay, so that's called second blockless. That is a very difficult strat, where we skip the auto scroller of that room by. Oh my god, how do I explain that strat? Basically, you have two frame windows. Oh god, I'll explain it after the chapter's over. It takes a lot of time to explain that strat. Oh no, that's so sad. This berry is like really, that can be really hard. I'm seeing chat going off on that. Ma'am?
I had to get a ma'am in.
You can't just do that, ma'am. Oh my gosh. All right. Ooh, let me make sure I don't miss this berry. Nice. All right, perfect. Gonna get some speed off of that, use a little bit of coyote time. Fun little fact about Celeste's movement tech is the use of coyote time, named after Wile E. Coyote. There's a couple of frames when you're not on the ground that the game still thinks that you are on the ground. Nice demo strat. I uncrouched without having to go back to the bubble, so I could just go to that bubble instead. All right, one more berry, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I just did. All right, so second blockless. Basically what I did was I did a crouch dash assisted hyper dash, paused on a very specific frame, buffered a downright dash out of it, and then waited until Madeline was at a very specific frame on the ground. From there, I paused so that I could hold jump for 2 more frames, and then buffered a climb jump underneath that block, and it sent me to the end of the room. And it saves 3 seconds if overtaking the auto-scroller block.
Easy, right?
Easy. It's just two 2-frame windows, Smile. It is not something I usually implement in runs, but I have recently bound a bind on my DS4 to pause and jump at the same time. And that button is, I had to take the long way here because I was gonna die, is the right side of my touchpad. That is the button I use for pause and jump at the same time. Very, very gaming straps right there.
I'm obsessed to have seen that in motion, because I know before the run, we were talking about what Carrie was going to do with the touchpad on her DS4 controller. And now we know.
We participate in a little bit of tomfoolery around here. I got more for you later, don't worry. So yeah, this is Mirror Temple. There's a lot of stuff here in this temple. It introduces red bubbles instead of the green bubbles. The green bubbles take you a little bit and then pop you out. The red bubbles go as far as they can before they basically hit a wall. That's not how you do anything at all, ever. They also have these swap blocks, which are blocks that move if you dash. So you usually use those to your advantage. Instead of using those two, I'm just going to go up here. And there's a little button under here that's hiding an entrance to another berry. So we hit that. No, okay, sure. I got there. This berry is imprisoned. I don't know why. I don't know what this berry did. So here's a spot where I should definitely eat my berries, but I probably won't. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, cool. No fear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that only loses you 15 to 20 seconds to have to go back if you die there. It's not a big deal.
My heart.
I'll still never forget. It's been like 2 years since I've run all red berries on GDQ. The first time was for Frame Fatales like 2 years ago. And I think I caused everyone a massive panic when I had 9 berries in Old Site chasing after me. I just completely missed. Okay, cool. So there's a little fun strat here that you can do, but I haven't quite got it down yet. I'll give it another go here. There we go. We don't worry about spinners in this house. I'm seeing chat go, I remember that. Hey, I got 3 1-ups out of it. That's 3 extra lives, right? That's how this game works.
Easy.
Easy. So one little aspect of berries I haven't talked about with Celeste is that there are these also berries called seeded berries, which you see underneath this particular screen. What they are is you need to basically, they act the same as regular berries in that they kind of act similar to berries. Once you have a seed, you basically can't end up back on the ground and jump. So you basically have to collect all of them before touching the ground. They're basically like the floor is lava kind of berries. So you basically just try to make your way around everywhere without touching the ground. And right there, I just used one of the swap blocks to my advantage to yeet me to the right side. This berry's really complicated. I'm just kidding. You just gotta go through there. And you have the berry. Fun fact, that is a very easy crouch dash to do for that berry. This trick, by the way, is called Archimedes. I skipped going to the right side of the room to get a bubble to go all the way up there by just demoing, crouch dashing into a bubble, and just grabbing the ledge instead. That's right, used to be called Hamlet skip because double bubble. And those who may already be smarter than I am know that that's not Hamlet, that's Macbeth.
No.
So we have a nice little cutscene here where we learn about Seekers. Seekers are these funky looking guys who will chase after you, aggro you. Fun speedrunning fact, this is for free. If you kill Madeline with the Seeker, if you spam your confirm button, you save 2 seconds by wiping the screen a lot faster. And that's another way that you can save a lot of time in Celeste speedruns. If you press confirm after dying, the screen wipe happens way faster. Another fun little strat right here. If you just fastball, you can kick off the wall right here. And then you can just use the swap block to wall bounce you to the rest of the room.
I hope everyone is taking notes. There is a quiz at the end of the segment.
Oh, there will be.
Be prepared.
So the great thing about Seekers is that they can also activate these little key coins for you. This one missed. Kind of misunderstood the assignment, but it's fine. We'll be okay without it. I think that should be good. Yes, excellent. So in this last room, it can be really difficult. Okay, no. That was not fun. I was about to say, when you're close to a Seeker, they can cause a lot of lag on the screen. But if they hit you, that's worse. So we have a couple of extra berries along the way here in search. Just gotta collect a few. We start on the right side. You gotta make sure that you actually collect the berries because some of these walls can close up behind you. So if you actually leave here by grabbing a key, but you don't get the berry, you have no chance to get back to the berry unless you go back to the checkpoint from the menu. And that loses time. We don't want to lose time. We're speedrunners. We're professionals. Bonk! Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. So I need to smuggle this key for a little bit. I gotta make sure I don't open any other doors. And we're gonna go over here, and this is a very fun strat. You just go into, you just die. You just do that. No, if you do a diagonal crouch dash towards that berry after wall bouncing off of that swap block, Madeline uncrouches into the berry hitbox. So you basically don't have to do like any of that room. I'm gonna make sure to collect these, and then this is okay. That's search skip. Instead of collecting more keys to get a bubble to take us all the way over there, we just... no. Just do a little reverse. When you do a reverse, basically you can get your dash cooldown refreshed. Madeline will eventually get her red hair back. That gives me a 2-for-1 special to get over that area. All right, this is called Rescue. This is our friend Theo. He gets trapped in a crystal because lore. And we have to help him get out. And there's a lot of fun movement that you can do with Theo. You can go really fast if you kind of wave dash into him. Like here. But this area is extremely tricky, and there's only one berry in here. I wish there wasn't a berry in here. Oh, well, I missed. Boink. It's this one right here. I always love Theo saying, now you're just showing off when you get that berry. All right, chat, don't blink. All right, you can blink again. I tried to go a lot faster and I embarrassed myself in front of my friends. You can get a lot of like multiplicative boosts off of these swap blocks if you do some fun tech. Basically touch it multiple times while it's moving.
The game really said that you nailed that other trick earlier, so we're not going to give you too many wins today.
Understandable. I mean, you know of all people that, like, I've been dropping this time a lot over the last week or so.
Only a bit, hey?
Yeah, so chat, when I started preparing for She Is Speed, my PB in this chapter, in this game was 55 minutes. A week later, I had it down to 52.
No problem. Casual few-minute drop off the PB.
I just wanted to impress you.
Aw, that's so sweet.
So, chapter 6 is the reflection chapter. There are no berries in this chapter. And this is largely why we don't get the blue heart in chapter 2. Because what we can do is do the chapter 6 B-side. Because in Celeste, if you complete one of the chapter's B-sides, which is a harder but shorter variant of the A-side, you still unlock progress to the next chapter. That is the second time I've done that today, and I don't know how. So because B-sides also give you a heart at the end, it is faster by 20 seconds to play 6B instead of getting the heart at the beginning of chapter 2 A-side. That is, of course, depending on if you are comfortable with the chapter 6 B-side. Sir? Sir? Thank you.
Zooey.
Zoom!
Woo!
So that's a strat called Revo's Nonsense, and I think it's a pretty fitting name. Basically, I'm doing a reverse super, which is a reverse left or right dash jump into an ultra. For the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna call it a wave dash, but it's not. It's a little different, and that gives me a huge boost into the next room that I can use to take all the way to the cassette and not get any of those rhythm blocks. So this is a Chapter 6 B-side. The main mechanics in Reflection are these feathers, which use 360 degrees of movement, these bumpers, which will bump you left or right or up and down or whatever direction you're really hitting them in, and what are called Kevin blocks. In the game, they're called Crush blocks, but we call them Kevin blocks, named after Kevin, who made the sounds for Celeste.
We love Kevin.
We do love Kevin. Big fan of Kevin. Both the games that I speedrun, Tunic and Celeste, both did audio by Kevin. Coincidence? Possibly.
No way!
Yeah.
I also love Tunic. Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm sure that won't go to his head. But yeah, this is a very difficult chapter. In my opinion, it's one of the harder B-sides that's in Celeste. So play at your own risk. Madeline decided.
I loved this one.
Madeline.
I loved this B-side.
It has its moments. In a speed run, oh my god, it's a run killer in so many ways. I'm just missing the bumpers entirely. Whoop. Ooh, ha ha. So I was talking earlier about binds in this game. With the recent 1.4, since last year's 1.4 patch, you can basically bind a lot of things to a lot of things in Celeste. So one thing that I have bound is down movement to my L1 button on my DS4, and that causes Madeline to go very long and fast fall. So it's very useful in a lot of these areas. All right, let's see if we can get the crouch dash here. Easy.
Beautiful.
That is a 2-frame window. Very difficult. I use a little bit of a visual cue in it. No, like, guarantees. I just hope. Someone's asking how much faster the B side is than going the A side. About 15 to 20 seconds optimally, but it's just way harder. All right, so I'm gonna try a strat here called Feather Skip. I'm gonna save this one dash crystal here to skip the feather, to get on top of this block and hit battle in this way. And that saves 1 second. Also, funny up dash. I don't know what the frame window on this dash is, and at this point I don't want to know. This is always a level that requires, like, all my concentration.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's so fun when you can nail the movement. Like, it's so smooth, but it is tricky.
It is. So that strat, we just go underneath the Kevin block instead of taking the dash crystal at the top of the room. And there we skip taking that all the way to the right. Here I'm gonna try, did not get the full movement, but it's fine. All right, in this room, you're supposed to get a bunch of touch switches to activate the block at the end so you can hit battle in. We're not gonna do that. Instead, I'm just gonna go under it, but I'm actually gonna die first because, you know, I gotta be made humble. I am dashing way too early. That happens a lot. There we go. That's another fun thing that you can do with bumpers. If you dash through them while they're kind of recharging, you can spit out the other side of the bumper and go from, like, basically left to right. All right, one more room. Did anyone get scared at that?
Tiny bit, tiny bit.
Tiny
I
bit.
trust you.
Tiny bit. That is a very, very, very funny little bit of tech that you can do in the game, where if you basically leave that, like,
Overall, yes. So I generally really like when final levels can kind of combine a lot of the tech that you've done in previous areas and show off.
Okay.
All right, keep going. Nobody panic.
Nobody panic. Absolutely nobody. What room was I in?
Didn't notice anything.
I'll try to be less good next time.
We were busy talking about how good Summit was, and I guess Summit was just so good it broke the internet.
Yeah. The internet wanted to get in on the discussion as well. So if you don't know what Summit is basically the final chapter in the Any Percent route. It's a little remix of every little chapter that we've already gone through. So that was the Reflection, and now we're back in City. There are 47 berries in Summit, so stick around. There's a lot of berries to collect. That was a misdirect. Some fun little movements there. I love that. Yeah, Chapter 6 and Chapter 7 made me cry when I played this game for the first time. And now they still make me cry, but for different reasons.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, I know regular Summit was fine. Definitely had some frustration by the time I got to, Seaside Summit, I believe. If I remember correctly, it's been a little bit. But, yeah, overall, I like it.
Overall. All right, so I'm going to try to make use of that thing I did in Chapter 3, where if you jump away from a block after activating them, they fall faster. That just helps me get set up for what I like to do there. And then you'd think we'd be done with this section, but... there was a berry over there. All right, so we are in the old site section now. We're back to Dream Blocks. Gonna make liberal use of jumps and dashes out of these Dream Blocks. Oh my God, I just bonked my head on a ceiling. That was really bad, and I was very scared. I should probably eat this berry, but what's the worst that could happen if I don't?
Less fiber in your diet.
Fair. Okay, there we go. I always find this area to be just a big test of endurance.
How do you feel about Summit, Carrie?
I love it. Conceptually, it's really fun. This is a very long chapter, so it does, get to me after a while. All right, 1 second. I gotta make sure I don't hit battle in there. Otherwise, I wouldn't get that berry. I love Summit. Summit B-Side's actually one of my favorite B-Sides.
Yeah.
So Summit is, really, really great for me. All right, time to bust out the big strats here. So first, there's a nice little crouch dash that you can do there. That's very fun. All right, let's hope this works. I am so good at video games. It is ridiculous. Oh, I love this game. So that strat is called Nero Berry, named after a former Super Mario 64 speedrunner and Celeste speedrunner, Nero. Oh my. Okay. Well, we'll just do the room again. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Not a big deal. So basically, there's a little bit of space at the bottom of that. There's a little bit of space at the bottom of that room that Madeline can make through with the Dust Bunny hitboxes. And if you enter that next room transition and down dash, she crouches and doesn't die. And it's very fun. It requires very good sub-pixel position. Basically, you need to buffer a dash off of the platform that you land on so that it doesn't go any lower. And then hold down left while you're on the wall. And then you just hold right. Oh, why'd I do that? It is technically faster to actually like fast fall on the way out. It is. I don't know why I still am doing it. But basically by the magic of Celeste, you go through the floor. But the really fun thing about that strat is the bind that I use for it. Which is I have left on my right analog stick bound to left, down, and dash. So that when I make it to the wall, I just can press left on my analog stick. It puts me in the right spot, and then I just hold right as I let go of the wall, and it works. I definitely did not spend more time than I should have trying to think of that, so that I could get it in a live setting. So this is an auto-scroller skip. We're just skipping the auto-scroller skip. Little patch of it, little patch of ground that we can land on there. This is my least favorite berry. It's like up there. I do not like this berry. Sorry,
this
Maddie.
Would not be on your list of like top 10 berries.
No, not even a little bit. So another little seeded berry here. Gonna dash over the walls. Basically across the walls so that it refreshes my dash. Little fun strat here. If you demo into that bubble, it puts you just high enough that you can go over those spinners and then get that berry faster than previous strats in that room. Oh no, the developer has pulled a knife on me in the chat. Whatever will I do? All right, one more berry there. So now we're in the temple section. Here I'm going to avoid this swap block by just kind of doing a wall jump off of that. Collect this berry. Berry collects once you enter this room anyway. Get this berry. Go around here. I did not know if I was going to collect that on the room transition, so I waited. Was not going back for that because the doors closed behind me. Skip getting the bubble to go up there. But we do have to go down here. Well, we don't have to. There is a way to get the berry on this very funny strat on this way, but it's very difficult and I don't remember how to do it, so I don't do it. The geometry is not the same on the left side as it is the right side, so you can't just do the thing that I did to get the key, unfortunately.
Already almost at 160 berries. It's unreal.
Right? That was interesting. Yeah, when you really start to think about like how fast you're collecting the berries, like in a brief span of time, like it's wild. So that's door skip. That saves 1 second, despite what ancient memes will tell you. Saves about a 1 second of time save. Little hidden berry right here. Fun fact, chat, actually, about Celeste speedruns, or at least about Celeste. You ever just forget to jump? You ever just don't do that? I just forgot to jump.
I feel like that's on the same level as like falling upstairs or something.
I just like didn't press the button, and I just. I need to. Nope. I've never doubted Carrie. I would never doubt Carrie Carrarium. Okay. What was I saying? Okay. If you actually turn off the music of the game and like hang out in a room that has a strawberry, the strawberries make noise. So if you're ever looking for where a strawberry might be, turn off the music and the strawberry will make little tinny noises.
Little bloops.
Little bloops. Help you know that they're there. Oh, good. So in 3K, we have a lot of flags. I'm sure people are probably going to count them, but I'm going to skip a lot of them. There is a really fun strat coming up with one particular berry. Just enjoy. Because it is very funny. Boink! Spikes are fake. They can't hurt you.
There, we've got some good counting in chat now. Here we go.
I'm so proud of you, chat. Oh my god, I got a corner kick and I wasn't ready. All right, there's 2 quick berries in succession right here, 1 and 2. So now we just have 1, which will be in the final area of the 3K area. This area is the summit, basically. And there's 3 sections. We are currently in updraft, where the wind is blowing up on us. There is a downdraft, where the wind pushes us down. The last section will be called no draft, where there's no wind at all. Fun little thing over here after flag 10, you're going to hear this spring sound twice. That's a spring cancel. Helps me get just a little bit more height, makes that wall jump, that wall bounce, going towards flag 9, just a little bit more lenient. I need my dash for that.
Chat, you're so good at counting. Congrats on passing math.
I'm so proud of them. It's so great. And they're keeping up. Oops. So it's actually optimal to skip flag 5 because you can just kind of like dash over it and get to the spring faster. Whoopsie. Not if you do that though. All right, 170. We have 5 berries left.
Heck yes.
Yes! We are going to see the pie twice, though. Because after you complete Summit, you do go to the epilogue, so you do have to see the pie once.
Double pie?
Double pie.
It's the best day of my life.
Right?
I freaking love pie.
Pie's so good. I want pie now.
Okay, wait. Best pie flavor. Best pie flavor.
Still blueberry pie for me. I still love blueberry pie.
Okay.
Like that ice cream I was talking about, like it literally is like it has the crust of the blueberry pie in it as well. So it's like I don't know. I'm a big sucker for blueberry pie. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's enjoy the pie for 1. Ta-da.
Yummy.
Yummy. Very good. But it could be better. We have 5 more that we need. We're gonna be entering core. So core chapter 8, the main mechanic in this is that you basically don't get your dashes refilled. So you will have 2 dashes at the start of every room, but you can only use those dashes once. So you got to make use of them the best way that we can. So I'm going to hold this one just a little bit. We have our 4 hearts to get in. I'm going to do a little wave dash so I can make over the chasm here and continue on. Now, the other main thing about this particular chapter is that you can switch these magma blocks to ice blocks, and there's a room over on the right-hand side that you can go and do that. But it wastes a lot of time to get the berry on the left side, so instead we do this. And we have the berry.
That's stressful.
It's fine. I would never lose time to that strat. So you're basically getting a lot of momentum off of the magma block while also doing like a hyper dash, and you just get a lot of very interesting speed into that room. Saves hitting the switch. That's another core hyper right there. The magma block's basically into the abyss I go. Anyone like pinball?
Love pinball.
That's a fun. So that's another berry that I absolutely cannot stand, is that berry right there, berry 172 in speedruns, because it's like really finicky with all the bumper cycles. But you can like, oh no, I've never doubted in my life. If you wall bounce into the room and hold right, and I do like a reverse wave dash at a certain point, it basically like balances me between 2 bumpers, and I just kind of make it my way all the way over to that particular berry. And it's easier to deal with now, but that room is still kind of a hecker. All right, chat, we got 1 more berry. Are you excited?
Let's do it.
So there's like a 2-part checkpoint. This is called Heart of the Mountain. There is a vertical section, and then it's followed by a horizontal section. So this is the vertical section. We also have these conveyor belts that turn into ice walls if you're in ice. I'm gonna hold a dash here. There's another little fun thing you can do by holding your dashes for a bit, because... Whoop! No! I lied to you all. You ever just feel
Harry,
shame?
I feel betrayed.
Yeah, oh my god.
You got this.
I will never have confidence again as long as I live.
I don't think our friendship will ever recover.
No, this is so sad.
My doubts.
All right, there's the berry. No! Oh, I am a fool.
Listen, this just means more Celeste time for us to watch.
I guess.
Win-win.
But at what cost?
Sanity.
Yeah.
A little bit of sanity.
So that is, okay, sure. I tried to do a little fun thing there. So we have all the berries, but we still have to finish core. That's just a rule in the category objective for speedrun.com stuff. It's also just really anticlimactic to just end on a return to map for like 1 berry. So we just go through a couple more rooms, finish off the level. Here I'm going to save 2 dashes so I can get these nice little bumper boosts. So I can get to the end of this room and use that little distance to get me on this block. And I jump over this little spinner. All right, and we got 3 rooms left if I can make it. This is problematic, I think. No, it's fine. It's surely fine. I would never... Yeah, we're good. Yep. Okay, this is, yep, okay. So remember how I said you shouldn't leave rooms if you fail them? I lied. You should definitely do that if it's this room. That's what you get, Madeline. Oh my god, this room is so bad to me today. That was interesting, Owen. I agree. All right, and we got one last room. Time will be up very soon. Get over here. Nope, okay. It wouldn't be an ARB run if we failed this, if we didn't fail that strat. And that's time.
Yay!
Yay! That's all the red berries.
Heck yes, big pie.
I will show you the pie one more time. It would not be a proper run if I didn't show you the pie with all the 175 berries in there.
We must observe the pie and look upon it with admiration.
Wow. $175 berry pie. Wow.
What a pie.
It's a good pie. I would eat that. I would absolutely eat that. So yeah, that is all red berries. This is one of my favorite categories in Celeste. I highly recommend everyone just try it. Like, if you enjoyed playing Celeste, just try to get all the berries in one go. Just see what, it's a lot of fun. It really is. We are excited for possibly next year having the summer of all red berries, where a lot of people in the community will be grinding this category. So you're gonna see a lot more of this all over Celeste speedrunning. And yeah, I don't know. This game's great. You should speedrun it for sure.
Amazing. And tell us where to find you. Where can we continue watching your incredible shenanigans?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Carrarium, where I speedrun a lot of this game. Currently, I've been doing a lot of this. I'll be probably back to any percent very shortly, trying to grind for a lower time there. But yeah, twitch.tv/Carrarium. And I'm also on Twitter. You can find me there as well. But yeah, I hope to see you over there at some point. Pulling the Theo.
Amazing.
Theo stole this from me, actually. I don't know if you knew this. This was mine. Theo took this.
Come on.
Theo. But yeah, thank you for having me on. This was a lot of fun. I love showing off this game.
It was amazing. I'm so glad that you were able to join us for our special 2022 remix, and for allowing me to coerce you into yet another appearance on the show.
Pulled my arms so
I'm
hard.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the chat messages went, "Oh no, you're making me do ARB, aren't you?" And it was great.
Oh no, my favorite category. I just was rusty in it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Carrie. I hope everyone here in chat has been enjoying all of the fun platforming that we have had on tonight. But don't go anywhere. We still have another run lined up for you today as we get a little bit more cozy and return to the world of Stardew Valley, which is one of my favorite cozy games personally as well. So just a reminder that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick, both with Hotfix and with AGDQ 2023 costs. So hey, please consider subscribing if you enjoy our daily GDQ content and if you enjoy hanging out on She Is Speed and watching cool runs and cool runners. But once again, thank you, Carrie, for that amazing All Red Berries showcase. We're going to head on to a short break as we get ready for our next run. So stick around. We have more for you after the break. See you soon. Why, hello, everybody, and welcome back to our She Is Speed 2022 remix episode. I hope you've all been having an incredible evening. We have just watched two beautiful platforming runs, one of VVVVVV and another one of Celeste, All Red Berries, and they were both amazing. So now we are going to cozy things up a little bit. And we are going to return to Stardew Valley, where the remixes that our commentator from the previous Stardew Valley run is back as a runner. Hello, it's going to be a party. Before we get started, just a reminder that if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in looking at our live content, which starts weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. So, like I said, we have the amazing, the Valiant Son, who will be taking us through some Maru marriage today. So, I'll let them explain all about it. Take it away.
Hi, Lana. Thank you so much for that great introduction. As Lana said, my name is the Valiant Son. You can call me Son, you can call me Valiant, or you can call me Jess. I am here to do some Stardew Valley speedruns, but I decided this is a remix, and so I created a remixed route for the Maru marriage category. So we're going to be doing some things you don't usually see in marriage speedruns. And because of that, I've asked the wonderful, the lovely Terpreter to be on commentary with me because we're going to spend some time in the mines. Terpreter, do you want to give yourself a little bit of an introduction while I load up?
Well, that's me. Hello, my name is Terpreter. You can call me that, a Chirp. And Jess is a great friend. I'm excited to see this run. I have been speedrunning since January of last year, so almost a year, and love those mines. So I'm excited to watch this route that nobody has done except for Jess before. So this is Jess's route. Very impressive.
So I'm making my character real quick. I'm using a character making script, so it clicks real fast. The important things for speed runs in the marriage category is we'll be using the forest farm. This is used in a lot of runs because we can get forage on our farm, which is super duper useful. We'll also be playing with the cat. That is because the cat cutscene for pet adoption is much shorter than a dog's cutscene. We will be playing as a female character, mostly because it is the better gender to play as Stardew, and also because this is She Is Speed. It is the better one because once you make a certain amount of money, your dad will send you money in the mail. Your mom will send you cookies, which is fantastic for certain speedruns, but unfortunately not this one. So we will be using the female character here as well because we are also on She Is Speed. Finally,
I gotta ask.
What?
Sorry,
No,
you
you're
chose
good. Sorry.
you chose the gray cat. Now I have to ask, why is that? Why do you choose the gray cat?
So there are three cats. There's this orange one, and there's this one, and I guess there's two orange cats really. It's between cat 2 and cat 3 for me, but I really enjoy cat 2 because of the socks.
Fair.
On the cat. And finally, as we said, this is the remix, so we will be doing remixed mines. And I'm going to set up some cabins, and we're doing this seedless. So we are gambling today, guys. This is going to be fun. Time will start when I press OK, and let's get to it. So 3, 2, 1, go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up our bed because we are very strong, and we're going to go plant some parsnips.
Let's go. And correct me if I'm wrong, you have a pattern here, right?
I do. We'll be seeing my extensive pattern later. Remember to water your rocks, it helps them grow. But we're going to be using the standard 5x3 tilling pattern for planting our parsnips, and we're also going to do a handful of other things on this day. When I was first routing this, I said, hey, you know what? What if we added some elements from the community center speedrun into our marriage run? Because what better way to model like an hour-long run than by taking elements from a run that's usually about 4 hours? I just think, that sounded like a good idea. So that is what we're doing. So we'll be crafting a chest right now. I'm going to be breaking some rocks, and I'm going to fill up my watering can so I don't have to do that later. You'll also see me cycling through my tools a lot. I'm trying to use my scroll wheel more because I'm trying to be a pro gamer. But that is our first day done. Doesn't a seedless speedrun mean you don't plant anything? Oh, you're right. I should restart.
Good call. Good call.
Terp, do you want to explain seeds?
Yeah, which one? Parsnip seeds or
The one specifically for RNG. Or you can talk about parsnips as well if you want.
Well, we talk about parsnips. No. So for this, since this is a seedless run, a glitchless run, that means that this seed, we have no idea what's going to happen in this run. It is randomized. And technically, it would be cheating. But technically, after you save for a day, like after you go to sleep, you can look into the file and see what seed you have, and then, do what you will with that seed and see what it will give you in the future. But like I said, that would be cheating. And also, for a glitchless, it's, no fun for this run. So we're all randomized here. But if you did have a seed that you did know about, or it would give you certain things in the future. So the way seeds work is that it sets up things like in the mines, ladder patterns under rocks. You know exactly where the ladders will be, and it sets up cart checks, the traveling cart. You know exactly what will be in the cart on any given day. Geodes, what's going to be in geodes. There's just so many things that seeds can help with, and yeah.
So what I'm doing right here is I'm setting up a crop layout, which I found the other day. And if it works, it should guarantee us a gold crop later. So this is a useful tool that will help us later. And if it actually 100% works, which it works 99% of the time so far, we found. But what that means for us is that we can actually make this run, or any runs that rely on seeds, marathon safe from now on, which is kind of a little bit
incredible.
Bonkers.
That's incredible. And did you find this? How did you learn about this?
I did find this myself using code from there's a speedrunner called Blade. He has dissected a bunch of code, and I got annoyed because I was not getting the things I needed for this speedrun. So I hit my head against the wall and then found this cool pattern. So
now that's amazing.
Yeah, the hope is I'm a little bit late. I'm not forgetting my parsnips this time. But hopefully it will behave.
So, myself, I have no idea how to do anything with code or anything like that. For someone who does no code like you, how difficult was it to find this pattern?
It was mostly just messing around with some things. So there is a way to predict basically if you get a gold crop. It is called crop manipulation. There's a pattern that you can follow. that will basically guarantee you gold after that. And so what I did was created a pattern based off of the, okay, well, you got a gold, so here's where to plant all your things. And so I said, what if I just cover that entire area with crops? Then theoretically, one of these should be gold, right? And it turns out that this pattern and another one that I came up with both work about 99% of the time. We found one edge case where it doesn't, but we're just gonna hope that doesn't happen. And I need 3 crops to fill that spot, so we're gonna go on a little adventure around the farm to look for these mixed seeds. So as you saw, I ran out of money. That's the one unfortunate thing about this. So I have to go find crops to fill my spots. So I'm just scything these weeds, looking for things.
And for the most part, you can sometimes tell, like there are some fibers that for sure tell if there are seeds or random seeds in them. And then other times, I think it's a percentage, right?
Yeah, so the fiber chance, this seed right here that has the bulb is only found on the forest farm, but it's guaranteed to drop a mixed seed. So I'll usually try to path towards those because they're very useful. So we're going to path back up here. Fortunately, got very unlucky with the seed drops, but that is all right. There's another coal there. And we're going to hope that these give us 3 parsnips, which it did. Perfect. We're going to go to bed.
First try. Nice.
I needed parsnips or potatoes because my pattern relies on being able to harvest these crops on the 11th and the 12th. That is because the way that the code works is that the pattern shifts 1 day to the left every 7 days. And every 11 days it goes down 1. And so since the growth time for potatoes is 6 days, then I can use that 7-day shift to guarantee that ideally I'm covering a bunch of days for my golds. So that is how this pattern works, and that's why I need potatoes or parsnips, because parsnips take 4 days to grow, and potatoes take 6 days to grow.
That is a lot to keep track of.
It is. I have a very extensive spreadsheet open on my second monitor right now.
Yes, and half of it, I'm looking at it too right now. Half of it I don't understand in the slightest, but I've crop manipulation is something of it just takes a lot of brain power, so kudos.
I just learned how to crop manip a couple of days ago, to be honest.
Oh my gosh.
I learned it specifically for this run. I saw a question in chat, so you'll notice that the category on this is glitchless. So I'm using a thing called animation canceling. It is a tool put into the game by the developer to basically allow you to test actions without having to wait for the whole interaction. That's done by pressing right shift, delete, and R at the same time. And if you're looking down at your keyboard, you might be like, wow, Jess, you must have massive hands, because how are you pressing all of those buttons at the same time? And walking? But actually I don't. I just have them all mapped to my spacebar, which is allowed.
Yeah, you could do 3-to-1 rebind or 1-to-1. And that rule change was pretty recent. But it's very useful ergonomically.
Excuse me if I yawn. I promise that I'm just sleepy.
I mean, with how much the farmer sleeps in speedruns, I do not blame you.
That's true. I am just I'm in character. I wake up, I water, I go to sleep. Chat, remember to hydrate. Hydrate or dihydrate.
True.
Alright, so here's where the test comes in. If we don't get a gold today, then we should get one tomorrow, but ideally we get one today. So what I did here is I filled up my inventory with everything so that I will know what crops end up being different qualities. And so these 2 potatoes are not regular quality. That is a silver, and ideally then that's my gold because I can't pick it up. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft a little piece of wood, and I'm going to put it right there so that I know where that is later. I'm now going to take all of these crops. I'm going to just throw everything into my bin so that I can get what I need out of it quickly. And then I'm going to take all of these and anything else I can sell, such as clay, and we're going to throw them in the bin. So that's why my pattern is cool, is because if I had gone to sleep, I would have been able to potentially get another manip off of that. And the reason that I need the golds is because I am going to go to the luau, which is an event here in Stardew Valley. And I'm gonna abuse friendship mechanics for that. So that's what I want to do. So as I said,
mechanics.
We know that that spot was gold. Based on my spreadsheet that Blade made, I know exactly what other spots will be gold and on what days. For example, this spot right here will be gold on the 26th. So I am going to plant these mixed seeds until I get a cauliflower. And that will work real well. This spot will be gold on the 22nd. This spot is going to be gold on the 25th. This spot will be gold on the 21st. And this spot here will be gold on the 23rd.
What?
Wow.
That's amazing.
And so that is, that's crop manip. So we're gonna grab my axe because that's one of the most important things to have on hand during a marriage run. We're gonna cut some trees.
Who would have thought that you could do all this based on one spot? It's just wild to me.
It's honestly, in the best way, witchcraft.
So if you did not get that golden, potato or parsnip, would you reset the day and then sleep a day? Is that?
Yeah. So you would have seen me exit out of the game, and then reload back in, and I would have slept through the 11th and then harvested on the 12th. I don't know for sure, but I think if I would have done that, I would have had a possibility of getting 2 golds. But I haven't tested it because I've been trying to run good. So
is that beneficial to get 2 golds?
It gives me more space to crop manip.
Okay.
Basically I get more space to manipulate those crops, because, right, that pattern, if I get a harvest for 12 days somewhere else, I can follow exactly that same offset that I just did for those other ones.
I see.
So I am going to make a spot in my inventory, and I'm going to buy as many strawberries as I can, and I'm going to say, bye, guys! We're leaving the festival. And now...
usually you try and beat Abigail there, but...
Normally, yeah, but unfortunately, we won't be getting a hat this time. Or maybe we will. If I have extra money, maybe we'll go buy a hat. I am also going to throw some things in my box just so I don't have them right now. So I need to make sure that I water these every single day because I put something in the day 22 spot on the 13th. That was a strawberry. Strawberries take 8 days to grow. 11 plus 8 is a number. Or 13 plus 8 is a number. And that number is 22, I believe.
13 plus 8.
Something like that.
21. It would be 21.
Well, good news. We have a day of wiggle room.
I had to use my fingers to count. I won't lie to you guys.
That is all right. I have a document right here on the side, and I still don't know how to do things.
Oh, it does say. It does say.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I see
blackjack
some
indeed.
people in chat. So the last time Stardew was on She Is Speed, I was doing commentary for a marriage speedrun with a 20-something loser, who is not actually a loser. She is quite cool.
True.
And she helps me a lot with, I say, here's a dumb thing I'm considering for a marriage run. And she says, just no. And then sometimes I do it anyways. So for example, you're seeing that right now.
Did you say just no to this?
Not really, but that math PhD's going well, isn't it? When child, please, you can't call me out like this. I am a mathematician by day and a gamer by night. It is nighttime.
Well, and then you put them together. And you got crop manip, so that's what...
that is true. I'm using all 3 of my brain cells to water these crops.
Amazing.
Justice for the cat. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. On the...
It's okay,
this
it was
is
the
ready.
gray one.
22. Okay. I'm trusting y'all, chat. I'm trusting your ability to do math. So,
Oh.
this should be gold. It is! Yay! How convenient.
Wow, that's amazing.
Never saw it coming.
What
Can't
about this
believe it till you
one,
see it.
guys? Do you think this one's also gold? Wow!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my goodness. Oh, I did have a crop on the 21st. Because I manipulated out to 5. Oop. That's alright. That's not detrimental unless we get very, very lucky later. Which, it's a speed run, so
True.
probably we'll get really lucky later. Because this is working, so... I watered that cauliflower, right? I sure hope so. I hope it's gold.
I mean, it's ready to harvest. Oh my gosh.
That one's gonna
This
be
is
normal and it's
witchcraft.
not gonna rotate
This
back
is
to...
magic.
It really is. Math PhD, what's the focus? Optimization. Mostly. What are the swords in the background from? Sorry, I'm looking at chat because that distracts me from panicking. So I'm gonna move my bed and I'm gonna put the TV right here. Okay, it's a good luck day.
Oh my goodness.
So-
You love to see it.
We do love to see it, so we're gonna grab some of that food and we're gonna go to the mines.
My favorite part of Stardew in the world.
There we go.
Well, in the valley, I should say.
But my swords, I do some cosplay sometimes. I've got 11 sword. I have the, I don't remember the name right now, but the sword that Mithra uses in Xenoblade Chronicles. And the shield is actually just a piece of artwork. Is my math PhD in speedrun routing? God, I wish. Unfortunately not. I do traffic optimization things, which, I mean, it's kind of like speedrun routing. All right, time to break some rocks.
Here we go.
And again, this is unseeded because I decided to make things interesting, so we'll see if I can... I have no idea where the ladders are.
True. And technically, once you find the first ladder, you can memorize ladder patterns, and it's insanely difficult. But you can do it. So, like, if you remember where the ladders are, you can take that tracker in your brain and switch it up And
Yeah.
seeing all this crop manipulation, Jess, I don't know. I feel like you'll be next.
I used all of my brain cells to
Fair.
do that
That's
crop
fair.
manipulation. I can't memorize ladder patterns. I do know some
That's super
things.
fair.
So you'll see sometimes that I will hit a rock and then I'll hit all the other rocks around it, but not one of them in particular. And that is because the one thing I know about ladders is that if you go in a knight's move down, they are less likely to have a ladder in it if the one above it did not have it. And if I get a point where I feel I want to get really far today in the mines, so I might actually, Terp, you can probably call that up. Okay, that was 2 geodes next to each other, which means good news. There is not a free
True.
ladder. The bad news is we already knew that because we saw the whole entire floor.
Everybody refresh your stream.
Oh, jeez. Did LeChat
Keep going,
just...
you're good. Don't panic.
Did she just break... Did LeChat break the stream?
The mining
rate
is
it?
too powerful.
The
Mining is too powerful. Terp, where is this ladder?
Yeah, so you're gonna want to check under that rock right there.
This one?
Yeah. See?
I hate you. What the heck, Terp?
What can I say?
This is why I told Terp, I was like, I'm gonna put mines in this, and I was like,
And I got very excited.
I was like, there's gonna be mines. I need you, and now, that's why we're here.
True. Yeah, unfortunately, just got a monster floor, which sometimes it just happens. But luckily, this one isn't that bad. There are not that many enemies on the floor. It's just kind of bigger, so you just gotta run around.
It's a good
The bright
shape.
side. It's true. The bright side to monster floors, which there really isn't much, is that it saves your energy, because you're trying to kill those monsters to get that ladder, and so you don't have to use any of your energy for that. So that's like the quote unquote bright side to it. They're still annoying though.
I really did not want... I will also be collecting things that will give me money. And I've apparently just been dropping coal. I have a small grocery list, as it were, of things I need to collect while I'm here. Because the reason I'm in the mines, and then you also might be like, Jess, you bought strawberries, and strawberries are a spring crop, and you're in summer now, so what are you doing? And the answer is, I don't know. But the actual answer is I want to make sprinklers. So strawberries, if you plant them on the day of the flower festival, will only give you 2 harvests, unless you do a bunch of other things in order to get more harvests from them. Instead, what I've decided is I'm going to go into the mines, I'm going to get all the materials I need to make sprinklers so that I don't have to hand water them. And then I am going to take all those things and sleep until next year. So that I can get 5 harvests off my strawberries. Thank you very much. This is exactly the same monster ladder pattern, monster floors and patterns I got in my practice run earlier today.
That's wild. This is actually an amazing monster floor because you'll have a free ladder on this floor no matter what. Floor 12, floor 62, 52. I think 52.
52. Ooh, freebie.
Yeah, it's 52. And then yeah, so you'll get the free ladder no matter what. So that's like prime. And then another huge benefit now is that Jess won't see any more monster floors no matter what, because you can only get 2 monster floors in a day.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So now you can be safe to know that you will not get any more monster floors today.
The other good news is that I will be getting a club on floor 20.
Yep, I was about to say, you remixed the mines, right?
I did remix the mines.
You're right, and you got brown boots, which not always, but for the most, usually gives you a club for floor 20.
And I might not make it to floor 20. But that's alright. I've given myself a 2-day limit in the mines, because we want to keep this speedrun going.
Oh, yeah.
And so... Oh, there we go.
Ooh. And that right there, you see that star atop, yeah, you see a star atop that slime, it means it's a boss slime. You can get an item from this slime. There are tiles in which if you kill the enemy over it, it will give you the certain...
They're worse than my current shoes.
Like, they're worse. It will give you a certain item, weapon, or boots. But again, you have to memorize that. That's another like big old task.
Yeah, I'm just gonna exhaust. This is unfortunate.
Yeah, it happens.
I have no floor 20 blaze it, maybe. But yeah, so I am a Stardew Valley speedrunner by trade. This is mostly the game. Actually, I was gonna say this is mostly the only game I speedrun. I have speedrun one other game, technically two, I guess. I have tried speedrunning Pajama Sam.
Amazing.
Why do I go into the mines? I'm crafting sprinklers. And also because I wanted to showcase the mines because they don't get shown very much.
True.
So
underrated.
Truly.
In my opinion. I'm not biased or anything.
Yeah, Terp, you kind of know how to do the mines, don't you? Yeah, just a little bit.
You could say.
Just a little.
Enjoy. I could what is it? I dabble in the mines.
All right, so
yeah, and so trying to get the resources for the sprinklers, you need 20 copper ore and what is it, 20 stone? No, 25 stone to make a furnace.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah, yep. 25 stone to make a furnace. And then you make bars in those furnaces like a lot of other crafting kind of games. And you'll need 1 copper bar and 1 iron bar to make a single basic sprinkler. So how many sprinklers are you trying to get here?
I am trying to get 6.
Okay.
So I will likely be buying some insert math. The good news is, Terp, on my spreadsheet, I have a grocery list.
You do, and it's very useful.
This is very kind. So over this, ideally, a successful mines trip will have me getting 25 stone. I will get, I will get 30 copper.
Which exceeded, because you have 122.
12 coal. I will not get slowed by every single slime that touches me. That would be great. That's only, what, a 30% chance?
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's you'd think it was only 30, but the game is like, no, I say 100.
Slimes. Apparently, when they are directly on top of you, this is the worst monster floor. Duggies.
It is. Okay. I was about to say, this is a really long monster floor. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, this is one of the few that have a coal cart at the end, but does not have the free ladder, which is also unfortunate. And I have to kill all of these, which hopefully he'll be kind and all right, we're swiveling to community center, right?
Right, yeah, you got the crab, it's good to go.
I got my crab.
This is now a community center run, everybody.
Yeah, and sorry, Ray, I apologize. We're extending the run by, like...
3 hours.
3 hours. I hope that's all right. Alright, at least I'm getting some bombs, so that's nice. I do not these bugs that do the flying here, they are so annoying with the rusty sword as your only weapon.
True. 2 floors away from that juicy club, though. And then you can, kill them for fun.
True.
But these bombs will be really useful for all the copper node clumps that we're about to see, right? That's gonna happen, right, game?
I might have to. I might just have to go into Guys, I have like 3 contingency plans, just so y'all
amazing.
know, because I was like, when I made this route, and I was like, what if I put every single bit of RNG into this game? I was like, okay, I need to know what I should do if any of these fail. So one of these So getting monster floors on these is the worst, because every single time one of these bugs decides to spawn, the monster floor is no longer considered completed.
Yeah, and that was just, they could just randomly spawn.
Now we're on the circle pattern floor, where I'm going to break every single rock, but the last 2 times I've done this, it's been a freebie in the middle.
Oh no.
So we shall see if the floor has a freebie, or what we call...
Oh, let's go.
Ooh.
And it's a club. Let's go.
So clubs are broken. And the reason being, with animation canceling, you can basically swing... I hate this game.
Oh, this is unlucky. Dude,
but the good news is, with animation canceling, you can basically make your swing as fast as a sword. Because the one drawback in regular games is the fact that the club is very slow. That was not a lot of monsters, so that was very nice of it, actually. The other fun thing is that we can do this thing called hammer spam, so I can do this. And instead of just hitting the 1 time there, I just hit like 5 or 6 times.
I was about to say, if you put this game in slow motion, you'd see about 5 or 6 hits right there. That just demolishes the enemies.
It's a good time.
They're broken. They're amazing. It's great.
When I play casually, I never use swords. Or I never use clubs, because I'm just like, nah. But when I'm speedrunning, I'm like, if I do not have a club in my hand, I am sad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, on console it's harder to use clubs because they're slow and you can't do animation canceling, so.
Guys, we got 1 iron.
Very nice. Yeah, so you've been pretty unlucky so far. That's 4 monster floors in 2 days.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about that, to be honest. But, we'll take what we can get. I might be able to get to 25 before I decide I no longer want to... Well, I guess I got that, so...
True.
I'm just looking at my time. Stop giving me bombs. You're making me want to keep going. And I should not... I should not keep going.
Okay, but that's a lot of bombs, though.
The game has decided, like, listen, if I keep going at this point, I'm gonna be, unless you give me a ladder, nope. Unless it keeps giving me good monster ladders, I'm gonna go way overestimate if I try to make this too much further. I do want to look at the dark floors, though. That would be very cool of the game if it could let me do that, but...
Alright, game, hear me out. Give Jess a ladder. There it is. See?
Can you
Look at
please, like, just see... I mean, like, keep doing it, but, like...
Alright.
I'm a little bit concerned.
Wow. Your magic is crop manip. Mine is
telling me where to hit for ladders.
Yeah, even though it's all luck.
Ooh.
Don't be fooled.
I'm gonna go grab one of these bombs.
Ooh, yeah, good call.
I'm gonna put that there, I guess. Alright. Oh.
Ooh, nice.
I am slow again. Cool.
Ooh,
alright.
very nice.
Chat, vote. You have, ones in the chat for me to keep going to 40. It's just like, I know a lot of y'all, it's bedtime for you, so,
That was an accident. My finger slipped.
Oh, shoot. I understand. So these are called the dark floors, and the reason being, they're dark. You can't really see. So what I'm doing... Alright, I think the most important vote is going to be Lana and Ray, because I don't want to keep them up too late.
You do whatever you need to do, but I already know based on the chat that Ray will not be pleased if they have to stay up for 3 hours.
Oh, we're not. Gosh. So the good news is, no matter what, we're not switching to community center. It's just a matter of if I go to There we go. It would just be a matter of going, probably like at this point, maybe 5 minutes over estimate. What did we put estimate at?
1:30.
It might be about 5 minutes over estimate if I keep pushing it.
Yeah, you do whatever you need. We love a remixed run. That's part of the fun.
True. Y'all, chat. Since you're feeling extra responsive today, can we give some love to Lana, because she is lovely and awesome and an amazing host, and I just really appreciate her, and I'm super duper thankful that she invited me to come hang out for this.
I'm gonna go cry. You're
Chat, say bye to Lana. She's going to go because she's got to go cry. No, Lana, seriously, I love this show, and I'm always very honored when I get to be involved.
Oh, well, it's a joy to have y'all on. It's great. Thanks so much.
All right, give...
Sorry.
Oh no, I was just telling the ladder to spawn.
All right, game. Give Jess a ladder, okay? Right here, right now. Okay, fine. Didn't work. It's fine. It doesn't always work. You gotta spread out the use. Anyway, so in the dark floor, do you hold down your right button? Do you say that?
I
do. You hold down your right mouse clicker?
Yeah, so there's the... there it is. There we go. Yeah, so there is the button that is like the actions, and then there's the buttons that do other things. Yep. And so what I do is I hold down the action button, which is like what you do to pick up things, or the special moves on the clubs, things like that.
Or to go down ladders.
Or to go down ladders. So on the dark floors, since I can't see, I just hold down the button and I put my mouse over every single spot I can't see, and that way, if a ladder is there, I hopefully just go down it.
Yeah, automatically. It's very nice. And you can do this. You can do that in this version. You cannot do that in earlier versions.
Ooh, ladder.
So, oh, nice. So there are other. So like in other speedruns, you might want to use like a version 1.4 of Stardew, like mine's 120 and other things, because of other reasons. But anyway, you cannot hold down the right click in the earlier version. So it's really nice about 1.5. Which is what we're on right now.
Good news, y'all. We are done, in quotes, with the mines. The other times we are going to go in are just going to be while we're waiting for Maru to come out. Because after all, you might have forgotten, this is a marriage speedrun.
I did leave my mind for a second. I forgot.
So what we're going to do is we are going to, once again, drop off things. We're going to keep everything I need for the grocery list, and we're going to say hi to Maru for the first time today. But before we do that, we need to make sure our grocery list is complete. I need 5 more copper ore, and I need 29 more iron ore. Yeah, so I don't open that chest because it is a slingshot, and this is 1.5, so slingshots are not broken as heck.
Yeah, there are a couple chests that will always remain the same, and that's floor 40 and floor 70, and that is small slingshot and big slingshot.
Or what is it? Basic slingshot and master slingshot?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I guess those are the actual terms, yeah.
I guess floor 100 always stays the same as well.
Oh, true. Good call.
But that is a secret that,
Yeah, it's spoiler.
spoilers.
Yes, and 120 technically also stays the same.
True.
Which is the last floor in the mines.
So, Maru's birthday is sunny, and it is a Wednesday, which means we do not gain access to Maru until about 9:50. Which is good for us, because that means we have all this time to reset this one singular floor to get iron, which is why I passed out the day before, because we didn't have a lot of energy. And so we'll be doing that. Unfortunately, my copper was very sparse because of how much energy it was taking to get the, everything else. If y'all have bell emojis or anything that looks like it says ding, feel free to use that, because we are going to be, hearing that sound a lot as I just reset these floors. What's nice is that since I'm not doing community center, I can just use bombs and I don't have to feel bad about it. We got all 31 of that. Ooh, Terp, you know what you let me do? You let me forget?
What did I let you forget?
You let me forget the chair.
The chair!
The chair! I have time to go
no.
and get that back, actually.
All right. My bad.
No, you're good. So, guys, in my spreadsheet, I have highlighted and bolded grab chair. And you know what I forget
right
a lot? Grab my chair. And you may be wondering, Jess, why are you grabbing... What do you need a chair for? You're in the mines, and you're trying to gift your future wife. Why do you need a chair? Well, I'll tell you, dear viewer. Many things in Stardew Valley, if you place them in the path of a villager, they will be destroyed. However, things that are marked as, like, decoration or furniture are not destroyed. And if you slow down a villager, they get a bit annoyed, and then they run faster. So what we're going to do with this chair is we are going to put it right in front of Maru's bedroom door, which means that in the future, she will run faster. So we gave her a loved gift. This gives us access to her room. I'm going to put this chair right in front of her bed, and we're going to go run home now.
And you may be wondering, now why would you want to trap Maru in on her birthday nonetheless? Well, it's a speedrun.
It's a speedrun. It means that every time we interact with her from now on, it's going to be a couple of seconds faster.
Exactly. And there are a couple other speedruns that do utilize the chair strat. Like the 1.5 community center route also utilizes the chair strat and putting it in front of Pam's house so she gets to the bus stop faster. So I like the strat.
It's a good strat. All right, so I need a cauliflower and I need a strawberry today.
Very nice.
Because we are going to gift her by gifting twice in a week. I haven't explained friendship. This is a marriage speedrun. We're trying to become friends with people. In Stardew Valley, as you interact with characters, you can unlock friendship hearts. Each heart is 250 friendship points. And in order to get married to somebody, you need 10. There are some mile markers in between there, but those are the ones that are kind of important. And so what we want to do is basically do things that are going to increase our chances for Well, thank you, game. Anyways, I'm done with the mines now.
Very nice.
Very nice.
That's what you like to see.
It is what we like to see. So, on her birthday, I gave her a gold star loved gift. That gives me like 660 friendship points, as opposed to a gold star regular gift on any other day is 120 points. So, I had to make sure I picked the right option there. Was she coming out of that door faster?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Zoomin'.
Zoomin'.
And so what I did there for her birthday is I went from 0 hearts to 3 friendship hearts by giving her a gift there, and then I am gonna go to the luau, and I'm gonna put this gold star cauliflower in. This is arguably one of the most important things in the game, is getting this gold star cauliflower for this route. That is because at the luau, by putting this in, I will get 120 friendship points with everybody, and that includes Maru. By going to this, it means I eliminate a talk with her, and since the earliest I can usually talk with her is at basically 8 a.m. Every hour is about 43 seconds in this game. And so I basically just saved us about a minute and a half by coming to this event. I need to talk to Linus.
And that's really
I will be
cool.
talking to everybody except for 2 people, because there is 100 points of friendship I can get by talking to everybody. But since I'm going to hibernate for a whole year, because that sounds good IRL and in-game, we want to make sure that I don't proc that achievement. So I skip talking to Penny and Harvey, and that is because they stand right next to Maru in a later event that I will be going to.
Oh, dang. That's well thought out. And it's really cool because I don't think, are there other marriage runs that use the luau? Because that gives a lot of friendship points, right? So it's cool that you utilized it here.
I think Maru's usually does. This might be the only thing that I have not changed from the original routes. But isn't it just using the normal mechanics in a normal way? Maybe.
True.
So every year, supposedly, the the governor comes. He tries the soup in the valley, and if he really likes it, we get a bunch of friendship points, which is great. You can also do some dumb things. You can put in things that are poisonous, and then they get upset with you. You can put in. There's a quest at some point that the mayor's like, "I've lost my lucky shorts. Can you go find them
Underwear?
for me?"
Oh no.
Lucky shorts. And so you go find them for him. Unfortunately, they somehow got into Marnie's room. She must have stolen them or something.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened.
But you know what we can do? We could take those, and we could do a lot of things with those shorts. That's an owl.
Ooh, lucky owl.
Lucky owl. But you can take those shorts, and you could, say, put them in a Grange display at the fair and guarantee yourself to win because, blackmail. You can put them inside the luau soup, and there is a speed run for that. It's called Underwear Soup %.
Oh my gosh. That is the most interesting category I have ever heard.
And the Stardew speedrunning community thought so too, so it is now officially on the category extension board.
Do we have a useless command in here? We do not, unfortunately. But the good news is, I think a call for owl spam emotes will not get people banned, unlike the last time I did that, so...
Wait, what?
I was at I did a run at a charity event for Discord, and I told everybody to spam owl emotes because of the owl that we got, and then the auto mod for Discord banned a bunch of people.
Oh no.
And anyways, I'm not allowed to do things like this anymore. Just don't put too many owls in one line.
That's amazing.
So you're in luck, Spin, because you can, in fact, equip the shorts. There are two ways to equip the shorts. One is to use the sewing machine in Emily's house and tailor them with a gold bar. Then you can put them on. Alternatively, and actually, I'll save the second one because I just realized I have enough things in my inventory for that.
Oh my goodness, yes. Quick little
Just a quick little
extra.
Just a little detour.
Yeah.
That's close to an owl, right? Yeah, that's close to an owl.
Pretty much.
All right, so we're gonna sleep for a while. We're gonna wake up on Christmas. And the reason that we're gonna wake up on Christmas is because we are going to hope for what we shall call the YOLO. The YOLO is we will be Maru's Secret Santa, and we're gonna get a bunch of friendship points.
Oh yeah, let's go.
How
If you
she-
got that, would you get a world record?
At this point, no.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Chat voted to stay in the mines for too long.
Who would do such a thing?
Who would do such a thing? How much friendship do we lose with Maru by sleeping this long? That's a great question.
That's a good question.
So every day you don't interact with somebody, you lose 2 friendship points. But every time you talk with someone just normally, you gain 20. So we will actually drop from 4 hearts of friendship down to 3 during this great hibernation. Because we just barely tipped over the 4 mark. But you can, I guess, if you gift someone on their birthday a loved gift, alright, you get 660 points, which means you don't go down to, like, stranger levels with that character for, like, 3 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just,
That's
like,
really cool.
Yeah. That's why when you watch, like, people do perfection and they're like, I'm not going to talk to this villager who's right next to me and give them the loved gift I have in my inventory because I'm going to sleep for 3 years anyways. And I'm just sitting there like, but have you considered? Friendship sticks around a lot longer than you think because of the fact that basically you have just talking with someone, right, means that you can ignore them for 10 days. And then they're okay with that. Why am I gifting Maru? I wish to marry her. I am trying, you can fascinate a woman with a piece of strawberry. And that is what I am doing.
Yes, they are gifting strawberries.
I just have to add in quickly that I find that very entertaining because those were actually the exact words that I used in a DM with Carrie Carrarium about all red berries literally earlier today. Fascinate her with a strawberry. So the fact that this sentence has come up twice in one day is mildly shocking.
I did that. How fitting, though, that I didn't really fully process because I was like, oh yeah, all berries %. And then I was like, wait, this speed run is all berries %.
True.
There's actually a theme going on
There's
here
a
tonight,
theme.
and it's strawberries.
The letter V looks like the bottom of a good strawberry.
That's it. That's it.
We got it. So, I'm going to wake up on the 25th right now. It is the 20th in game. This is a slight flashing lights warning. If I do it well, it will just be the screen goes like slightly darker. But if you are photosensitive, I will say mail check, and then you should close your eyes until I say you're good. So we are going to go out as soon as this day loads up. So, please look away, it's mail check time!
Lots of mail in here.
I
We
have
have
no
been
more
sleeping for a
mail.
while.
You are good to look. My secret friend is Lewis. Good night.
Which, it's funny because Lewis tells you that himself, so.
He does. He says, "Are you ready to give your present to your secret friend, Lewis?"
Lewis.
Aren't there breakpoints in friendship that you have to give them gifts for spin? Yeah, so once we get to 8 points of friendship with any marriageable candidate, we will have to give them a bouquet in order to indicate that we would like to court them. You find that out through a piece of mail. I'm going to keep those for the memes.
As you just saw, we just saw the worst NPC in the game. Kent. I'm just kidding. He's not the. I mean, that's a hot take. I'm sure. I'm not saying he's the worst. I mean, I did just say he's the worst NPC, but it's only the worst in a speedrun because it's one of the unskippable cutscenes. So I don't really have a huge problem with Kent himself. It's more of a you're in the way.
What I'm gonna do right now, since we're having some fun.
Oh my. How do you do that?
That
Jess?
doesn't invalidate the speedrun, right?
I'll talk to the other the moderators. No.
I am having the worst time trying to animation cancel right now. My goodness. Alright, so what I'm going to do is make some markers because I want to visualize this. So, basic sprinklers, if you've ever played Stardew Valley, are a little bit unfortunate because they only cover 4 spots. However, we can place our sprinklers in such a way that they are all very close to each other.
Very nice.
And water. So I like to put the flooring down because it means that I can see where the sprinklers are going to go, and then I can water afterwards. I typically actually water before, but by saying I can water afterwards, it means that I don't look like I forgot to water.
You know, I think you did it on purpose.
I did. Thank you for recognizing that.
Anytime.
We are going to fertilize all these spots because it is very important that we get all of the friendship that we can out of Maru, because I was like, hey, you know what, this game has a lot of RNG. Like, this run really, really likes to make me suffer. What if we added more of it by making it, like, nearly friendship perfect? Which basically means if I don't gift a gift of the right quality, I have to gift additional days because, I don't know, I guess I thought that would be funny. So, yeah. Haha, so funny. GDQ did she explain how to animation stall earlier? I'm just running to Maru, so, Terp, if you want to explain animation canceling again for the gang.
Yeah, of course. So what you see right here, right now, is every time Jess uses a tool to do anything, they're canceling pretty darn quick. And that itself is called animation canceling. And that is a hard-coded technique that was used by the developer, concerned himself, and he just left it in the game. And he knows that that speedrunners use it, but speedrunners and concerned ape are tight. So he left it in there for us. And how you do an animation cancel is you do right shift R and delete at the same time after clicking it using a tool. But yeah, that would be pretty difficult on the hands. So we rebind those keys, and you can do a 1-to-1 rebind or 3-to-1 rebind. And Jess is using a 3-to-1 to their spacebar.
And so one of the time saves and why like I wanted to integrate the mines into this is because I no longer have to go outside and water these strawberries.
Very nice.
That's a meteor.
Yeah, it is a meteor.
I'm gonna go check and make sure it didn't land on my strawberries.
I don't think
we're
it can't.
good.
It can't land on your strawberries. It only lands on an open space,
They can land on paths.
but only if it's like a not one path though.
That's fair. I just get
I think.
I don't know. I've heard it before.
Oh gosh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Oh,
I'm sorry.
good to know.
So basically what we are doing is now we no longer have to water all of these strawberries. So we can just go and harvest now. I'm gonna once more empty my inventory of things.
Keeping those pants on you just in case.
I don't need those pants.
Farmer pants.
But yeah, so this is the first day that we gift Maru, which is very lucky because on Tuesdays Maru goes to work and she leaves her house earlier. Unfortunately, it is raining, which means that she will not leave her house. And if we were doing the traditional Maru route, it would mean that we need to wait until like noon to talk with her. Why my route is awesome is because since we did that birthday gift the first year, and we took advantage of it to reset the mines, I never have to worry about a rain day, because I already reached 2 friendship hearts with her. Remember, we got to 4. And once you have 2 friendship hearts with someone, then they will let you go into their room. So we do not lose any time to the rain here. But the Maru speedrun is one of the only runs where you kind of don't want rain. Because she goes from being accessible at like 7:50 to not accessible until 9 or later. But her earlier departure is why she is one of the fastest marriage candidates, and also why I decided, what if we made this run slower? That would be fun.
True. And rain actually isn't even affected by seed. It's affected by steps, I believe. So
Yeah.
it's difficult to tell if it's going to rain or not, seeded or not.
Yeah, so some people who will run seeded runs will additionally keep track of every footstep that they take, because every time you hear the little thud noise as you walk, so like, that is a step. If you can make that sound not happen, then you don't take any steps.
True.
And so if you make sure that doesn't happen, or keep track of the numbers, you can control a lot of the RNG in the game, but that is also why even seeded runs are sometimes very inconsistent, because they, like, you have to keep track of this additional thing that counts footsteps.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's not a good time.
Yeah, a lot of times people will use it in things called challenge runs, which are not speed
Hello?
runs.
So. Where was this rain in spring one?
True.
That's what I want to know.
That very unlucky.
Chat, I know that this said marriage run, so in your mind you're like, pray for rain, but I need y'all to stop. The fun thing about the
knock it
Maru
off.
speedrun is I have a guaranteed rain day right after I reach 10 hearts with her. Like, exactly. So, I need y'all to calm the rain. I'm already behind because you guys forced me to do the mines. There's a bed there.
Y'all
should
need to
stay at
stop
Maru's
rain
house.
dancing, alright? Call out Mr. Sun.
Yeah. So yeah, we you can't do a macro. So all of this that you see me doing is me doing the self-timing. Macros are against the rules of the speedruns. So when you see me hitting everything, that is me remembering to press the button. But for step canceling, you can do this. And as long as you don't hear the foot thud, you are not stepping. And so this is what you do if you don't want to step, is you just stand and you do this for like all of eternity.
True, and then you just turn your footsteps way up
So that you can hear them. Chat use sunny day. Thank you, chat.
Thank you.
We're getting so much good dating advice today. Maybe not, actually. But I mean, do give your friends, do give the people that you love, you know, gifts. Like, right? Like, you don't need a special occasion, as we see, right, with this run. You don't need a special occasion to give someone something they love. And whether that's spending time with them, or giving them a gift, or giving them a hug, or like body doubling in their room while you guys both do two separate things. Like,
True.
show the people you love some love.
And it seems like all the friends and the romanceable characters in this in Stardew, just their love language is gift, and that's it. So
It's true.
makes it easy on us.
He hasn't encountered any crows yet. Well, what did I hire you for? Sorry, I'm like threatening to take the scarecrow's job away.
Watch this.
Hello?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, guys, we're swiveling to Shane marriage, apparently, with this rain.
I guess.
Yeah, if you don't give exactly gold quality gifts, or it's not as efficient, right? You gotta put your heart into those gifts. I went into the mines and risked death to get sprinklers for these strawberries.
True.
Valiant Son, should we follow you on social media? You should. You can follow me on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on YouTube. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Only 2 of those are active, and it's my Twitch and my Twitter. All of them are the Valiant Son, so it makes life a little bit easier.
Very nice.
Chirp, where can people find you? Cause I'm loving your energy. Can I follow you?
Okay.
Where can I follow you?
I mean, if you insist. Yeah, I stream on twitch.tv/Terpeter. I also have a YouTube that's also Terpeter. And I also have a Twitter that's also Terpeter. So, you know.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
The good news is, if y'all are dropping me some follows, I have a follow goal so that I run community center.
Ooh, let's get them up. So what is it, 500? Let's go.
It's 500. I think I had 2 left before this started, so maybe I should have made that a little bit higher. But yeah, so you saw Maru came out there at like 740 instead of her 750. That is a whole 13 seconds we're saving every day, people. There we go. Go back to bed. Wait, Terpeter? Does that stand for interpreter? Like, is that another owl statue?
That is another owl statue.
Why is it raining again?
Oh my goodness.
How
The
could
luck.
this happen to me? I made my mistakes. Got nowhere to run.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate. I have never seen this much rain.
Why did I build sprinklers? I I didn't need them, apparently.
I guess not.
Like, it's giving me the rain, so that's slowing me down. I haven't seen a mushroom tree, so that's slowing me down. What am I supposed to do? Alright, anyways.
Bless RNG, I think.
Less RNG. I need to stop taking just the perfect amount of steps, apparently. It's all those step cancels?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Maybe the real sprinklers were the rain clouds we hated along the way. You were so right.
That's true. Yeah, this is wild.
I don't know what I'm doing. She's not going to come out that door. Anyway, so we are wearing the mayor's lucky purple shorts. That is because the item code for the staircase, for some reason, overlaps with the item code for the mayor's shorts. So if you put a staircase in your pants slot, then you're wearing the mayor's shorts.
Which is pretty cool.
So that's fun. Confuse your friends that way.
Yeah. Don't worry, the staircase washes them. They're all ready to rock and roll.
True.
Yes, mushroom trees will give Jess mushrooms. True.
True. Yeah, so the mushrooms have an effect that when you consume them, it gives you negative 50 energy. So instead of having to swing my sword, or swing my pickaxe, or whatever it is that I'm doing to pass out, it means that I can just eat that, and then I pass out. So it's a lot faster. I only have to get down to 34 energy, or lower, so I can pass out sooner. And all of that fun stuff. Easy luau soup trick. True, we can just do that. Alright, gotta harvest my berries.
My berries.
You'll notice that I call this soft grass. I didn't clear that. That is because it stops other debris from spawning on the farm, and the other debris will destroy your crops. So I like to keep the soft grass growing there.
I think I might start calling it soft grass. I've never heard it called that before. That's amazing.
I called it that yesterday, or like the last time I was live.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I don't know, it's like the grass, but it's soft. The soft grass, and now it's just...
It's stuck. Yeah, honestly, I think I'll call it that because it's hard to describe it. Like, yeah, I call fiber, and I call the grass, but it makes sense if people don't know that the hard grass is fiber. Yeah,
technically the
makes,
hard grass is considered a weed. It drops fiber, but it's considered weed, and like weeds, and that's why you get the spreading weeds have caused damage to your farm.
So many things to keep track of, I swear.
It's too many things. Terp, do you want to do some math for me? I'll tell you the numbers. I just need someone to use a calculator.
Yeah, let me get my trusty calculator out. That's in my top 5 most used applications. Yep, go ahead.
Can you do 53 multiplied by 120?
That is. Do you want the number right now?
No. Can you add then 27 multiplied by 150? And then can you multiply that number by 1.1? The sum of those things.
All right.
What is that number?
503. No, I'm just kidding. It's 11,000. It's 11,451.
All right. Could you tell me?
Yeah.
How few the number 27 can be, such that that number is like exactly 10,000.
Wait, what? Can you say that again?
No. Play back the bot. No, I'm kidding. I actually do just need to run to the beach, so I might just... I almost got locked on my farm. So I have 53 normal strawberries. Those sell for 120. I have 27 silver stars, and those sell for 150. I want to keep all my golds because I do not have... I want them for gifts. I have the tiller profession that multiplies everything by 10%. It means I get more money. So... I'm sorry, Willie. So what I've done here is I put all those numbers in my calculator, and so we can see that number that Terp gave me here. But what I can do is I'm going to reduce this number 27. Calculators are allowed, luckily, for the run, and I'm going to reduce that. I'm going to repair this bridge. That requires a second hand. And so...
Hey, I got the same number. Let's go.
Hey! So if I sell 19 of the silver stars... I will have 10,131. So what I'm going to do is I am going to throw... Yep, I'm just going to throw. So what I can do... Don't do that, no. I should... No. So if I was in one of my contingency plans is to bin the strawberries... if I don't hit 8 hearts at the end of this day, which I should. Just throw the man's gift into the sea. I'm sorry. I just don't have space in my inventory, and these pine cones are really precious to me. I'm just gonna throw the run. Zachary, please. I'm on GDQ. I'm not throwing for content on my own channel. Guys, follow me on Twitch if you want to see me throw every single speedrun in, like, the history of speedruns.
Oh.
Because I do that, unfortunately, a lot. So that journal achievement there was us getting the Talk to Everyone journal complete quest. That gave me 100 friendship points with everyone. That includes Maru. So far we've used 2 different events that give global friendship to gain a total of 120 friendship points without really doing too much work. We are now at the flower dance. I don't know why the music is so quiet, but I will put this flower in my hair and it will stay there until the end of this run.
Very nice.
Watch Just Throw runs. Thank you, Lana. I love you.
It is a good time down in Justice Stream.
Yeah, so we're just a tad over. Are we at 8 hearts? We are. Do you guys want to see a cutscene anyways?
Yes.
Let's go. So...
Put a 1 in chat.
Just put a 1 in chat. Too late. You have the music off.
Oops.
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah, actually, I realized that you had it off the whole time.
I turned on the music before we started. I don't know why it's done this. So I choose to trigger this cutscene because it has the least amount of time. Forgot that I'm wearing the mayor's shorts. It requires the least amount of time to activate because you just have to get up to the mountain sometime between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m., which is usually very difficult. But fortunately, because we are at the flower dance, it kicks us out at 10 p.m. because apparently that dance at like 9 a.m. lasted until this time, so...
It was a fun time. It was all day.
Why is it raining again?
It was exhausting. Oh, that's the worst.
This is our last
exhausting because we made up our own choreography.
Oh, true. You're so right. I might be in a little bit of trouble.
Uh-oh.
Type a 1 in chat if 1 in chat. Listen, you guys knew what we wanted.
Yeah.
That is a tree.
A bush.
I'm so... Anyways, there's game sound volume on now.
Also, there's not going to be any music today because it's raining. So.
Listen. I'm doing my best.
It's the thought that counts.
Terp can vouch for me, though, because she was in chat when I turned the volume on in the game, so I don't know why it decided to, like, turn off, but it did.
It's true. Yeah, it happened.
Seamer says 1u1, I don't make the rules.
True. And
Yes.
1 rhymes with the Valiant Sun, so you can't really deny the request, you know?
Oh no, you are so fun. So typically when you speedrun, we typically have the music off because you're sleeping a bunch of days, so it makes noise. So you usually listen to, I just forgot how to animation cancel, so we're gonna focus for a second. Okay, I'm done chopping wood. I have all the wood I need. So basically, I typically have the music off because I don't like to hear the as I'm like sleeping through days, because like, I don't know, I just made that noise and that was really annoying and everyone was very confused. And so
That's how it goes, though.
It's how it goes. So we
That was
we
a
tried
really
to,
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, good rendition.
So we want to avoid that, and that's why I typically have my music off. But then whenever I'm doing like things where I can't like blast like show tunes or like alt rock, then we can't. You know what? I'm just gonna do a full cell.
Nice.
So, should I have done that? No. Should I have left this house without the most important thing in this run? Also no. I need this bouquet. Now we're gonna go to Maru's house. We're gonna upgrade my house. That was the sick noise, thank you. So one of the things is, you might have noticed that our house is a little bit small. We have a bed, it's right next to the door. There's a fireplace, that's kind of cool. We have a single table and a chair. We only have like the one chair. I'm sorry. I unfortunately do not care about that cutscene, because we cared about another one. Don't tell Maru I said that.
Hey, Maru.
Hey, no!
Eat this strawberry. Here you go.
Eat this strawberry, thank you. So I'm not giving her the bouquet today because I am going to sleep a lot. Once you reach 8 hearts with a villager, they are locked as long as they are romanceable. And so what that means for us is that they are locked at that 8 heart mark until something else happens. Wow, my house is upgraded. Amazing, we have a kitchen now.
Very nice.
And this bed has room for 2.
Incredible.
And so I do need to go sell like half these strawberries real quick.
Oh, for your, so that you can buy the most important item of the game.
I can. There we go.
Very nice.
We don't like walking very far in this game.
True. In my opinion, summer music is the best in Stardew. When it comes to seasonal music. And I would say like one winter song. Like I like all the music, but I really like how upbeat summer is.
I do too. So since that friendship is frozen, what we are taking advantage of the fact is that, again, on birthdays, we multiply friendship points a bunch. And wouldn't you know it, as we said, on a birthday, a gift can give over 2 hearts of friendship? Wow!
What?
Oh, so the one day I need it to, I would like it to rain, it doesn't rain.
Classic.
That's okay. I don't need to cut more trees, but I will be cutting trees because, why not?
Jess, what is your favorite Stardew Valley song?
That's a good question. I do really like this one. I don't know if it's it's like my favorite summer song is like the one that's like I think the name is like Across an Orange Sky or something like that. I turned the music up much louder than I had intended to. I apologize, Ray, for that balancing adventure that was there for a second. But yeah, it's like a sunset across an orange sky or something like that.
Okay.
Is my favorite summer song. Can I tell you exactly which one it is? No. But if you gave me the list of the three of them, I could.
No, that's fair.
The trees know what they did.
All right, chat. What is your favorite Stardew Valley song?
Oh, Horseradish Jam is a bop. You are right.
True.
This is why I don't turn on the game music, because now we get a scat.
True.
But
Terp,
sorry.
what is your favorite Stardew Valley song? That's a good question. So my favorite Stardew Valley song of all time is actually Sam's band, Bluegrass. That's my favorite Stardew Valley song. It's one of the shortest Stardew songs, but it's my favorite.
Oh, I can't actually pass out today. Money is tight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm spending too much on this wedding. Hey, do you want to date me? That's really cool. My favorite is she's like, is it hot in here? Or is it just me? I guess it's just me. Right after you like propose, like right after you're like, hey, you want to date? And that is my favorite thing because I don't know if that's just a classic like summer line that she does. But like that is what she says. She's just like, is it hot in here? Or is it just me? I guess it's just me. And I'm like, Maru, please.
All right, Maru, we get it. We're already marrying you.
Okay, well, I'll go over here. So the good news is you may be like, Jess, this is so unfortunate because now we have to pray for rain so that we can finish this run. But good news, viewers, we don't have to because there is one guaranteed rain day. We just got one early. But there is one guaranteed rain day in summer. There's actually two, but there is one. It is the 13th of summer, which is 3 days after Maru's birthday, which means you can upgrade your house on Maru's birthday, and it will be ready for you to propose on the 13th. If it is raining on her birthday, then you are able to then ask her to be your girlfriend, give her a present for her birthday, run down here to get this engagement item that we will be getting. This is called the Mermaid Pendant. It is 5,000 gold. You may recall we spent 10,000 gold upgrading our house. Do not spend half of the cost of a house to buy an engagement item. Do not recommend that.
It happens though. I've seen it.
Just don't do that. But if that happens, then you can run back up, ask her to be your wife, and then you end up with a very unfortunate side effect of the fact that you lose one guaranteed storm day in summer because the wedding is 3 days later, and then will be on that 13th, which means it overwrites the rain day. However, that is the only way for Alex, another marriageable candidate in Stardew Valley, to not have rain on his birthday, is to propose to him or somebody else on the 10th.
Very interesting. That makes sense. That's wild, though.
Yeah, so
And it's kind of sad. Like, what if Alex's favorite weather is sun, but every single birthday, he gets a rainy day?
It would be really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't buy the pendant until your house is upgraded, which is why if I had requested the upgrade on the 10th, I wouldn't have been able to come out on this day. However, sorry, Maru, in that cutscene, we get electrocuted by her robot.
True.
And because I can't actually go through my farm, it is faster for me to just stand here and pass out, so... Sorry, Maru, it's the last time, I promise. It's like rain on your birthday literally every year. Exactly.
Yep.
Alright, we sleep 3 days.
Oh my goodness.
What is this rain?
Right?
Alright, guys. Put your flowers and your hearts in chat, but not too much because we don't want you to get auto modded. The time for this run ends on the kiss. We're a bit behind because y'all forced me to continue with the mines. I am wearing the mayor's underwear in this cutscene. Time!
Woo!
Let's go.
Actually,
Very
we're only
nice.
like, what, a minute over estimate?
Yeah, like a minute and change.
Wow. We did it! We got
Let's
married,
go.
guys!
GG, Jess. What a great run.
The wedding was wonderful. I can't forget about the farm. Time to get to work. But Maru, look. Look how much I've taken care of this farm for you. Nice.
Incredible.
But yeah. That's my run.
Amazing. Well, if you want to wrap up and give your final sign-offs, final comments, where can we find you? All that fun stuff. Let us know.
Yeah, so again, guys, I am the Valiant Sun, but most people call me Jess. You can find me on Twitch. I stream on Wednesdays for Stardew Wednesday, and I stream on Sunday for Speedrun Sunday, and sometimes you can catch me on other times. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, co-host. All of those are the Valiant Sun, so if you can spell my name once, you got all my socials. And yeah, I speedrun Stardew Valley, and that's most of what I do. If you want to see some code things and a bunch of spreadsheets I have, you can also sometimes see those. And Terp, plug yourself. Thank you so much for doing commentary for me.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me. It was a blast. I loved watching you speedrun this. But yeah, my name is Terpeter. You can call me that, a Terp, Terpo, Terpy, it's really up to you. And I'm also a Stardew Valley speedrunner. I speedrun a community center a lot and some other ones. And you can find me on Twitch at Terpeter. Well, it's, twitch.tv/Terpeter. I stream every Sunday for sure, and then surprise stream sometimes, so it's a fun time. But thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much to both of you. Everyone, let's give a huge round of applause for all of our amazing 2022 remix episode of She Is Speed Runners of tonight. We've posted their links in chat, so make sure to go follow all of them because they are amazing. We have seen a VVVVVV run. We have seen a Celeste All Red Berries run. And we have seen a Stardew Valley Maru marriage run, and it has been awesome. So just a reminder to keep getting excited because the schedule for Frost Fatales 2023 is released this Wednesday. That's December 21st. So make sure to view the submissions at submissions.framefatales.com and let us know what you're hoping to see on the schedule. And if you like this show, then you will absolutely love Frost Fatales too, because it's a bunch of awesome women in the community running super cool speed games for charity. So check it out. And yeah, just a reminder that Hotfix is also on every single day of the week. So make sure to come back tomorrow for some Game Masters and some Time Capsule. It is sure to be amazing. Thanks so much to everybody who was hanging out with us tonight for another episode of She Is Speed. Make sure to stick around as we raid out and share that love later. Once again, my name is Lana Roos. Thanks so much for hanging out with all of us. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you next time on She Is Speed. Bye!